Live.
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 Hello, live people.
You'd say that, but we are early enough that nobody would have hopped in yet.
Okay.
Hello, later watching people.
I want a soda.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna text my mom to see if she'll buy soda on the way home.
Oh yeah.
I don't think my sip of my soda was audible.
I bought.
No, but cracking it open certainly was.
That wasn't me.
That was me. Sorry.
Oh man, we're on stream, so I can't talk about that funny conversation we had last night, Ellen. Remember in the DC chat about
I don't remember.
the drinks and those very
yeah.
poorly named drinks.
terrible drinks. No, I bought apple cider on my way.
Fucker!
It was
Bitch.
it was at sale in the store, so I was like, oh, I'll get a 5-corner apple cider, or like a 10-corner apple cider.
I have a band-aid on one of my fingers. I can't type fast today.
So I was like, there's actually like promo channels and like other channels that I'm in a part of. I should probably post those, and I saw that it wasn't posted in that, so I was like, I'll chat rat today.
Zero has been nerfed.
Well, we have chat rat and chat bat now, which is very nice.
Oh man, and obviously it's followed up by chat hat.
Chat.
I am Chat Matt because I just lay down supine and do little.
When all
I'm
else
Chat Hat, because
fails,
that's actually my name.
there is
Right.
chat.
You're Chat Matt with 2 T's.
One, actually.
Wait, how the hell does that happen?
Legally, it won, but I use two for everything, so.
Eli, you are chat matter.
What Danish word is that?
Matte. Matt.
Presumably it means
Like
Matt.
paint.
Okay, dull color.
Yeah.
Honestly, considering that depression can actually influence the way you see color, yeah, that works.
I'm chat cat.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? Why am I blind now?
Genza, hi Genza. Genza's here, everybody.
Hey,
Oh, yo.
Jenza.
Hello.
Hun, the thing I sent you, I want to point out, gave MD a fucking headache when we were talking about it.
Good.
Because, like,
I want to experience it.
apparently it's like a blue raspberry flavor, but different. I'm not going to say it out loud, but I'll put in chat what it is.
Your specificity is appreciated. I thought you were just gonna say that it was Fago or something.
No.
I've actually tried Fago, it's not bad.
I mean, it's just soda. Like, it's nothing special.
Yeah, it is.
The Homestuck doesn't make it any more special just because it's a meme.
It just happens that it gets trolls drunk.
I forgot it did that. That's funny.
Yup.
Anyway, that brand of energy drink has some poorly named things. And I considered getting the one I posted, but I was like, man, I bring this to work. I can't be in this professional space where
You cannot.
I
you
work
can.
with real therapists.
It's not safe.
Look, I work with real nurses and real therapists. I can't be pulling that out of my backpack in the morning.
Yeah, you can.
I can argue the one I already have. It sounds silly, but it's fine. I can't argue that one.
No. You
That's
cannot.
Nothing stopping
Guacamole
you.
Gamerfart.
Yeah.
That's the one I have.
Get
That is-
yourself a bit
I've
of
had to
guacamole
explain that
Gamer
one.
Fat.
But that one's
Mhm.
fine. That one's just funny. The other one, I
How did
feel
you-
like I would have a harder time.
Yeah, how did
excusing.
you argue for that one?
It's a no calorie, no sugar, no caffeine, many vitamins, energy drink that just helps me drink more water.
It's an energy drink
Named
that's
by an idiot.
actually good for you.
Yeah. It doesn't spike my anxiety like monsters used to.
Listen, the man was
That's
given
good.
leave to name it whatever the fuck he wanted, and he took it.
Hmm.
Yeah, he also mentioned it on his Twitter that you could combine the guacamole with the one I mentioned in chat.
Ayo, how does it taste good though?
God, I don't know. I believe the guacamole one is like strawberry kiwi, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I believe so.
It does look like a kiwi flavor, yeah.
It's good. I like it. It's the reason I have it.
I have money now, so I'm gonna look again. So
They're good. I have a non-anime titty shaker cup. I have a normal cup for
They
normal
do those?
people.
Why would you have to specify that it's a non-anime titty?
Because
shaker
that's
cup?
the thing they do.
yeah, they
It's-
have a thing called Wi-Fi.
You can just say, "I have a cup," and people won't assume. It's an anime cup.
If you say you have a cup and you put gamer subs in it, they are going to automatically assume it is a titty cup.
No,
They are
I
actually.
wouldn't because I wouldn't because I didn't know it was a thing.
I'm
Oh,
sad to
the
say.
people that-
City cup with
The people that are in the
Wi-Fi.
know will assume it's a titty cup.
Okay.
Free stream's very funny today.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I need to get two specific things because of how dumb it is. I think you're here. Yeah. For note, by the way, this is what I cannot argue about bringing to work, where I work with real professional people.
Yep.
This is what the tin looks like.
Yeah,
you
I'm
cannot
okay.
show that to stream.
It's not on stream. I do not stream my Discord.
Okay, that's good.
I have
It's
different
funny.
tabs. It's funny, but I like having my job.
Understandable.
Welcome to chat. Just doing some pre-stream banter.
Hello.
I'm sad that none of the big city cups are available. Probably a bad idea for me to bring them into work either.
Yeah.
Also, it says try our product for $3, but there's still a $5 shipping cost.
Also, you can just get a regular cup and draw a big titty on it.
But it's not the same.
Here's what Mooney's
It's better.
referring to.
Yeah.
I, however, have a reasonable cup. Here is my
Like, at
reasonable cup.
That's a reasonable cup.
I also like the colors.
I don't know why it can't spell slurp correctly, but
It's because that's not the name. It's Sups. That's the brand name.
okay. Yeah.
Anyway, do we want to switch over to the actual map now?
Yeah,
Or do
sure.
we do introductions first? I don't know. You're God. You tell me.
I am God. Yeah, you know what? I think it's been a little while. Let's do introductions.
Okay.
Starting at the top.
Starting
Yeah,
at the
starting
top.
at the top. Our favorite bat.
Which I just forgot is not me here.
Starting from the top, go ahead, Eli.
No.
Oh, no. You're the
No.
one.
Nice try.
Wait. Okay, whatever. Zol terrain scout droid. Okay.
I'm still on the bottom of Discord chat. You cannot defeat me.
So anyway,
I can.
I'm Elacular and also Eli. And I'll be playing Eshe, who has not been having a good time lately. She has been regaining memories of her previous life, which she has been discovering was nasty, brutal, and short.
Immensely unpleasant.
Haha, I've defeated you.
You defeated him with the power of another language.
I mean, yes, but I'm working on it, motherfucker.
Smarty,
Yes. Oh shit! I usually go like second to last. This is weird.
Yeah, because Ellen cheated.
God
So did Mooney.
damn.
Ellen, get back up there. Get the fuck back up there.
Okay. Hi, I'm Ellen. And I play Nina, and she's a cute monkey investigator medic who also wrestles, and she grapples people. That's her. She recently bought an She recently made an excessively heavy sniper rifle.
Okay then.
Smarty.
Hi, I'm Smiley. I play Sir Percival the Fourth.
Sir, not here last session.
Sir, not appearing last session because I had the tummy ache.
The tummy
And
ache.
then everything
Tummy ache prime?
happened, and it wasn't my fault.
No, it was Mooney's.
Sir,
was
not
mine.
appearing the last session because I had the stomach ache. Yeah.
That's all.
Sir Percival. Yeah.
That's all, folks.
Mooney.
It's a me, Mooney. Haha, I played the bat. I made mistake last session. Hee.
Did you?
You did something very interesting last session. Out of character, you didn't make a mistake. In character, yet to be determined.
Zero.
Time that exists now.
You peanut.
Me play dive, me bat, me robot, me
Fish.
shark. I forgot. Yeah,
Yeah. Shock bat.
shark, bat, robot.
Shock bat robot sounds like a really like an early 1970s Batman villain that only showed up for like 2 issues.
It is I, Shark Bat Robot. I'm here to defeat you, Batman.
Reincarnated dwarf orc robot.
Zero.
I'm Zero. I'm streaming. I'm
And we appreciate you
I
for it.
started reading something and my brain turned off. I got sent a message and my brain go bye-bye.
No, how that feels.
I'm a monkey. I play Hanu. I'm a chemical genius, it turns out.
By the order in which you say that you are a monkey who plays Hanu.
Yeah, that checks out.
Alright, that's it.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
no, what about you?
Oh no, I was just waiting, just making sure that you were done. And I'm Hatter. I run this shit. And you know, I play everyone else, including the God of Time, who has just been awoken from a self-induced stupor, and he's not happy about it.
Sorry, monkey rolled a nat 20 like he does.
The only way it was gonna happen.
Yeah, the only way it was gonna happen. So it was gonna happen.
Anyway, someone cue me up.
What happened last session, Hatter? Besides everything.
A fucking lot happened last session. Which was funny because y'all spent your entire time in a single building. You last session, upon seeing that Aloysius, one Aloysius who appears to be ageless and has been around town forever, and also very not aware of his surroundings at most times. Dive decided to try and talk with him, and also, I know a lot of people were like saying tricked, but tried to discuss being able to sleep in Aloysius' house in exchange for helping clean up. Aloysius agreed, as much as one can agree in his state, and so they began to clean up. They found several hints and clues to Aloysius' past, and including a not alchemical table.
Apothecary table.
Apothecary table, thank you. Apothecary table where he had been creating a poison that would normally be incredibly fatal to most people. Instead, it just puts him into a mental stupor where he is not aware of most things going on around him at any given time. The big ass wolf, nicknamed Nomu, has decided that these are good people, and the boy needs help, and has decided to allow them to help Aloysius. Upon helping Aloysius, he was not happy. He understands that you were trying to do good, but now requests that you leave his house.
So that he doesn't unexist us.
Essentially. So you left. After having put up, put down, and put back up the tents several times, multiple times.
Sorry, Percy.
Sorry, Percy.
You decided to go sleep in the woods in hope that Blockstone still exists when you wake up. No one, except one person has, but no one has really said whether or not they're going to even check on it. And then Eshe had a vision of their past life where they were held in a cage in a basement while other children around them were having things removed with pliers.
I forgot about that.
And she is not happy about that. What set this off was her realization that she didn't get a chance to say it, but her realization that when they were talking to the awakened god, the thing she most meant to say to him is, "Please don't kill me. I'm afraid to die." And that was the first time in her current life that she's ever felt that.
Yep. And now you awaken.
Can I roll medicine to make Ashe fall to sleep?
Eshe didn't sleep, so I'm giving her the fatigued thing, and Ella's trying to make that not happen. It's especially silly because because automatons only need to do diet sleep.
Yeah, you're like fully aware. You don't lose any perception while you rest for 2 hours.
Yeah, but I still didn't do it.
Yeah. So I want to calm you down, make sure it's okay. You can take a few extra hours. I want to be like a doctor and tell you go to sleep, get some rest.
The problem is that if you're just going to try and talk, that's totally roleplay.
Oh, I'm also gonna flip a switch on her.
Well, that's the other issue. If you're doing anything medically, you have to either trick and or convince Eshe to take X medicine to be relaxed.
Can I roll medicine to do that? Oh, actually,
yes.
Eli.
That would be
Sorry, go on.
I think that would be probably an RP thing.
Yeah, Eli.
You'd have to.
Does Eshe consent to going back to sleep after her doctor recommends it?
Can we have a brief,
Yes.
scene?
Yes.
Alright, so do you approach Eshe, still in the dead of the night or in the early morning?
In the early morning.
Alright, you see Eshe, and you don't know how you can tell, but you can tell that she didn't sleep.
Eshe?
Oh.
You just been
Actually, no,
sitting
she-
here not sleeping.
She flinches at the sound of your voice, then looks up at you, and oh, no, I haven't. I It's very difficult.
What happened?
I experienced another vision of what I believe to be my past. I don't know that I'm ready to talk about it yet.
That's fair. But you should still get some rest.
I don't know that I'm capable of that right now.
Do you want help?
If you can find out a way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I currently feel alien to myself in a way I haven't felt since we first awakened. My body is too large and too small all at once.
Mm-hmm.
My hands too clumsy and too graceful.
Yeah. That makes sense. These visions can be very disorienting. I think getting some rest would help.
There's a good chance you're right. I just can't remember how right now.
I think I can help with that if you would let me.
May I keep my eyes open?
Absolutely.
Ashe will nod and will allow you to do what you do, but you do notice she's trembling and she flinches at every touch.
Okay. I'm gonna roll medicine. Should I do this public or secret?
Haxon?
Doesn't matter to me
Okay.
in this instance.
Oh, fuck. Well, that's an untrained DC. If this was untrained, I would meet it.
There's way worse things to roll bad on.
Yeah.
It's probably not a crit fail at the very least.
Yeah.
Would you be okay with Hanyu entering the scene, actually?
That's morning.
Yeah, it is morning, so anyone who wants to can get up.
If it's morning, so everyone's aware, it is a cold, drizzly morning. It rained in the middle of the night, and your camp, though not perfect, was adequate enough to keep you mostly dry during your resting.
Ashe is drenched, which probably didn't help with the not sleeping thing,
Yeah.
because she has just been sitting out in the rain all night.
Nina recommends you use a tent. Tucks you in.
Hey,
You know.
Ashe.
Again, flinches slightly.
Hanu is like sitting close by. He's in the pose his little talk sprite's in, and he has the fan flipped open and over his like half of his face. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Didn't you already have a
Indeed,
funeral
I-
for this person that you're freaking out about? Wasn't that the whole point
No,
of what you
no,
did?
no, that was... No, that was very... That was the me. That was for Eshe's son's blood. The person... This was not Eshe's son's blood. I don't know who she was. And I'm not sure if she was old enough to be anybody. At least, certainly not old enough to find herself a dwarven an orcish surname.
Hanu just kind of stares at you.
I had another vision. I was still a child in it. My whole life I've felt that I carry some form of wisdom beyond my years. People have commented on it, or did when I was young. But I assumed that meant that I'd lived a long, fulfilling life, done something to earn the favor of the Psychopomps, or of Pharasma, and that does not appear to be the case.
And this vision is relating to the child you mentioned before, right?
Yes, the one that I was.
What do you even do to make yourself worthy of a psychopomp? What's the lines?
That's complicated. It's not a singular thing, but generally it is presumed that Duskwalkers come about from the spirit of someone who served death in life, and I don't know how I could have had time to do that.
You couldn't just have left. That would make you undead.
No, of course not. I'm certain that's not what happened. That
Yeah.
I don't even know how I would do that.
Ask the god of undead.
The point is, I have been all my life operating under the experience, the assumption, the idea that I have already lived a full life. But it seems to me that instead I picked up right where I left off.
I truly don't know why this is hitting you so hard. You have never lived a full life.
Are you?
Yes, that's
Hanu.
the point, Hanu. If my life before was as I imagined, then I would not need to cling to my current life. I would not need to fear, because I know what it's like. And I know that I've experienced satisfaction, experienced something like a life, and what I saw was not a life. This is the only one that I get.
Hanu. Hanu is just sitting there. The fan is still over his face. It's a very detached look. It almost feels kind of cruel the way he's looking at you. Though the face itself, you can tell, is probably placid and emotionless. And he just kind of stares at you.
I can't make you understand.
Yeah.
With more force and more frustration than you've ever experienced from her, Eshe shoves you aside and moves to sulk somewhere else.
She's suicide?
Hanu,
Okay.
Well, I wasn't close. He was sitting like a ways
You were-
off.
No, but she's going in your direction, shoving you aside, and then sulking behind you.
yeah, basically.
I don't know what she thinks that will accomplish.
Expressing her displeasure with your attitude.
That's fair. Also, to note, because I only just saw the thing you put in chat. I mean, these dreams obviously mean something, though Hanu simply doesn't get at what Eshe's doing.
To Hano, the
Eshe's
dream-
not explaining it very well.
Yeah, I think the last thing he'll say in this conversation is, for someone who's taking such merit in the only life you have, you're not exactly taking good care of it, are you?
It's one
Fuck
day.
you, Hanu.
Hanu simply folds his fan and walks off. Out of character. Hanu is an asshole.
He is.
Eshe,
Hanu gets the last word in and then fucks off.
Eshe, after saying fuck
What a
you,
rude
Hanu,
man.
Eshe just reaches out, tries to say something, falls back, and sits down and stares off into nothing again.
Hey, Paso.
Yes.
I know you're busy doing your morning preparations, and so am I. But have you seen Dive?
Dave left earlier.
Oh, what?
Mm. Exploration.
I thought she was going
Scouting.
I thought she was going to go take a piss, but she hasn't been back.
Either she is going for the world's longest pee break, or she has gone to town.
Damn it! Well,
Cut to the town. Dive.
Yes, excellent
Ooh,
time for a
I'm-
cut.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could continue with that scene, but I feel like that's the perfect time to cut over to see what Dive is fucking doing.
let's the rest of us move into the woods.
Yeah.
Or she has gone to town. Meanwhile, in town.
Meanwhile, in town. Dive,
Yes.
you're in town. What are you doing?
Mm. So it's like raining, right?
So it was raining. Now it's that kind of rain where it's like it's more almost misty than anything else, but it's still wet and dreary.
I think Dive was caught out in the rain going to see Canaris.
Okay.
So she is like knocking on his door,
Uh,
cold and wet.
his door is still open.
I guess.
You get a sense that he doesn't close his door like ever. However, as you approach the house, you find before you even step into under the easel, under the not easel, sorry, under the the awning, you become dry. You become cold, but you can become dry.
Ah, is this time becoming faster?
Roll me perception, religion, something.
Sorry about that.
Unnatural 20.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So, Kronos is the god of time. You look around and see that there's almost a perfect circle on the ground around Aloysius' house. It doesn't perfectly encompass his house, but there's a clear, perfect circle where the cobblestones are wet and then suddenly they're dry.
Mm.
And that line that you cross over is where you stop being wet. But you're cold. And you actually have, like, chills run up your spine on occasion as if you were being hit by a cold wind, but there is no wind at the moment.
Mm.
Actually, no, within the bubble there is a wind. Outside of the
Ah.
bubble there really isn't. It's kind of dreary, but it's pretty still. When you step into the bubble, it's dry, but there's a breeze and it's cold.
I guess she's just going to make her way into the house.
When you step into the house, there's a fucking scene. Gotta change the music. Part of the house, probably like one of the corners of the house, is immaculately organized. Everything, it's that level of organization that's almost too perfect. Like someone obsessively made sure everything was in its right spot, everything was perfectly aligned, everything was perfect. And then it kind of peters off around the rest of the building. You even find that there are more things you can see piled up in the doorway leading to the bedroom. There's more shit that has been shoved in there. Aloysius, or Conaris, is standing in the middle of the room. His back is to you. He seems to have his hands like together in front of him, but you're not sure for what reason. And in front of him are 3 like brass collapsible stands for books, and each one has a book on it. You can see that he's missing a boot, and there's a cut in his pants. Off to the side, on the floor, surrounded by cobbler tools, is his boot with the sole fully removed, and what appears to be dried glue on it. On the other side, there appears to be a partially worked on painting. Again, on the floor. There's no chair in this like circle of him doing shit. It's just on the floor, and there's a painting. You're not quite sure what it is. It's not finished nor detailed enough to truly indicate what it is. But it clearly like a little. It looks as if he stopped mid brushstroke. There is a. No, I think that's everything actually. And he's just standing there with his back to you.
I need to think of something. The running fox. She says out loud to him.
What do you say?
The running fox. She point. Does he? What does he do?
He doesn't seem to respond.
That's what you're doing, right? The things laid out on the ground. It's the constellation, the running fox.
How close are you to him?
She is like just outside the circle of all the stuff.
All right. The. So I just have to say this out loud. Sorry to this man, welcome to say to try every hobby at once. So you're within reach.
Oh no! I'm gonna be honest,
What's your
Sonic,
AC?
you're in reach.
Yeah. What you see again? No, I'm kidding. He. Are you like from this angle? You can tell his eye is open, and he is scanning these books. Like literally one line on the left hand book, the next line on the middle, and then the next line on the right, and then back to the left. And he's doing this rapidly. His hands are in front of him, like one you might do in prayer, but he has them up against his lips, like you would do when you're like super concentrated on something, and you're just reading these 3 books simultaneously.
I think she just floats onto like a stand or something, like the back of a chair or something, and just stands there and watches him. Doesn't disrupt his concentration. That's rude. The last time she did that, she got bit by Hanu.
He reads these 3 pages. He's reading all 3 books simultaneously, and he's reading these 3 books, and as he, at some point, he like reaches out. Actually, no, you don't even see him reach out. You just see the pages. You don't see them get lifted up. You just see that they're now falling down to the next page.
Shit, we're being King Crimson.
And it still continues to be in that pose. You can tell, looking at him very briefly, there is a moment that he's slightly not in the exact same position he was. With your religion and you wanting to be very close to him, you think that he was either moving very fast or he literally paused time to turn the pages on these books. And so he just keeps reading and reading and reading. And this stays a surprise, like, he stays like this for several minutes. Is there anything you do?
I would say something, but saying the thing that I'm thinking contradicts the thing that I'd be saying. I think she doesn't say anything, but she does float around so that she is in front of him, watching him read the 3 books.
His eyes are moving fast, but no faster than you would expect, like a normal person who's a quick reader to be able to do so. And you notice now that looking at him, the front of his he was unkempt before. Now he seemed like a portion of his 5 o'clock permanent 5 o'clock shadow is like shaved, but not all of it. and you can still see some of the white foam that would be used to the white shaving foam that's there. Most of it's gone, but you can still see little like flecks of it. In his front breast pocket is a what appears to be the handles of a pair of scissors, and in the other a very small like jeweler's hammer, and he's just standing there reading these books. His hair's unkempt, but it looks like he tried putting a comb through it at some point.
The word being tried.
What being tried? After probably another 5 minutes, he like stops, blinks a few times, and then looks off to his right in the room, and he starts looking around.
Yeah, I can see where this is going. She closes the books and be like, "Hey, help!"
He turns to look at you. Oh, what do you do?
What am I doing? I think the question is, what are you doing? I've been here and I've been speaking, and you haven't been speaking back. I stopped because I knew that you weren't going to finish this, because she points at all of the half-finished stuff. There's a lot of things here that hasn't been finished.
Oh, well, I started cleaning, and like gestures towards the corner that is,
You
immaculately
started?
perfect. I started cleaning, and then I
Mhm.
found, a book that needed to be put over, and he gestures towards a bookshelf. That now that they're looking at it, it does seem unlike before they were just like shit stuffed in there. But now you can see that there are a couple of books that have been put in there, like clearly. But it had this like unreasonably long ribbon, so I needed to cut it. So I went to go find the scissors that were in the dresser in the back, and so I found those, but they were broken, so I needed to repair them. So I went to go find my jeweler's kit, and then I remember I fixed them, but I needed to make sure they work. So I cut my pants, but I needed to sew my pants back, so I needed to go find my sewing kit. But then I found an old painting. I wanted to work on that, so I started working on that. And then I remembered while I was painting, I remembered there was a book on the history of Buckstone, so I wanted to reread that. And then you were here.
So what about the first thing you said you were going to do?
Sorry, what?
What about the first thing you said you were going to do? You know, the book, putting the book away?
Oh, right. He starts looking around, and he actually finds it. He's like sitting on a thing. I was like, oh yeah. Okay, scissors. He starts looking around. I just had
In your hand.
Looked at his hands.
Oh, where was it? It was like...
It's in
was
his front pocket.
It's in your pocket.
Oh, yes. Okay. He snips it.
Also, did you do that intentionally?
Do what? What?
She points again at the floor. The constellation.
Oh, it is the fox. No, I didn't.
Oh, well, I thought you were going to be cool like that then. You seem a lot more nonchalant than you did yesterday. You seemed all like cool and stuff yesterday, but now you just seem scatterbrained.
He goes over and puts the book on the shelf. What do you want?
So, see?
About...
First, I wanted to say sorry again. Next, I just want to know more about you because you're cool and this stuff is really cool. Speaking of which, I'm cold. Can we like close the door?
He closes the door. You're not any... He like goes over and closes the door. You're not any warmer. It feels... You don't have the wind on you anymore, but it feels like... It feels like this building isn't warming up with the rising sun and has no insulation.
Wait, do I have... What spells do I have?
Look, if you're looking for a boon or something, I don't have any. I don't
Other?
have, a boon.
No clue. What do you mean?
Where are you from?
Point up. Point up.
Points up. Up.
He like squints and looks at you.
The world is
Clarify.
called Valerian.
Oh, okay.
Clarify.
Yeah,
Nice.
okay, sure thing. She just shimmers a bit.
The fuck?
Did that help
Clarify
at all?
further.
Continue explaining.
No.
Well...
We're here to colonize your planet. GTFO.
Well, do you know anything about space?
He looks at you like so. This entire time that you've been talking with him, he's had the scissors in his hands and he's been like twirling them around his finger.
I'm gonna get stabbed.
Not like I'm gonna stab you, but like you know when you do like when you pick up tongs and you do the clicky thing, you pick up scissors and you kind of like spin it around your finger. He's like doing that, right? He's like spinning it around his finger, and he's just like absent-mindedly doing it while talking to you.
Did
And
you
you
just ask
ask
the
that-
god of time
He
and
lit-
space?
Yeah.
If we know
Yeah,
anything
He stops.
Also, this man has such ADHD, and I love it.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
okay. So,
so the god of time has ADHD.
yeah, so I'm glad you're caught on. Yes, Cornelius has really bad ADHD, and you just took him off his Ritalin.
Haven't been on any fucking ADHD medication for years. It's fine.
That was
Yeah.
worse than ADHD medication.
Oh, it
My
was
guy
worse.
was
It-
on.
Oh no, it
Yeah.
was worse, definitely. But he was.
Yeah.
Unironically, exactly like my ADHD medication was like, I wanted to die.
It was bad, 100%. But he has really bad ADHD, and I'm glad I'm playing into that. Because I have very low ADHD, but I've been trying to play it up with him. But yes, he has very bad ADHD. Because if you remember, one of his edicts is that mundane and significant moments are equally important. As if one cannot distinguish between the level of intensity. So
Yeah, so she just asked to go to space and time if he knew about space.
yeah, he stops. He like his spinning scissors thing stops, and he looks at you. Do you not know who I am?
God?
Close enough. Is that the correct response to that? Is am I
A
supposed to?
person with daddy problems. Don't worry, I'm the same way.
It's not the son of Zeus.
Hey man, you weren't ready for the robots. You weren't ready.
He was not ready for dive.
He was not ready for dive specifically.
I don't know if I should feel insulted or... What's the correct social cue here?
Introductions. Properly this time. My name is Dive Deep. She like glitches a bit, where it's just like she stays on her words a bit. They like hang. I'm. Fuck. I am part of the crew of the Night Monarch. There we go.
A ship. All right. I'm.
Close, but no cigar.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It is
It's
Not
technically a
you.
ship.
Not you. Not you. Him.
It is technically a
Him.
ship, but he
Yeah.
doesn't know.
He doesn't
Uh,
know it's a spaceship.
Yeah,
I'm referring to him, not
it is
you.
a-
Don't worry. You're correct.
gonna say-
He's
Also,
not.
I do in chat. Dude, we're not special to accept help. We'll all have like we're all like that. Yes, I imagine most of the people here have ADHD or something equivalent.
Nina's just being like, "You're God," and
Yeah,
Just-
yeah,
Hey, yo, God of
act normal
ADHD,
about
what up?
this.
Trust me,
Yeah,
I'm
he-
getting there.
yeah. He's kind of the god of ADHD and has been labeled the god of time. He does have control of time, admittedly.
Yeah,
God, imagine being a god of ADHD and being labeled God of Time simply
The
because
rest
you
of
can't
us-
keep track of your own.
the rest of us figured out we needed help. Just fucking.
Actually, low key, if you haven't realized it yet, he doesn't realize it's morning right now. So the space around his house, because he's not paying attention to it, is
Mhm.
still stuck in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why
So
it's
have
cold.
you been-
That's why it's cold and windy, but not rainy.
So have you been doing this stuff all night?
Yes.
Oh. Anyway,
It
sorry.
slowly
Wait.
begins warming up.
Wait. He looks out the window.
Wait, no.
It's
bef-
morning.
Before we
Alright.
before we do that, like he was gonna introduce himself that we interrupted.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm Aloysius. Oh my god. Let me close my door.
The dog's like, he's lying! He's lying! Hey, I'm in the next room over. He locked me in here because I was a bad dog. He's lying!
No,
This motherfucker is
no,
wrong.
I don't think that's right.
I think Adam
I'm
has
Sorry,
a
I'm back.
dog.
What's going on?
Dad just goes, no, I don't think that's right.
I'm
Because
Aloysius.
you might have the name Aloysius now, but if the random person had the name of the god, I think it would attract a lot more of attention than
Who knows?
you have in a small little village.
Aloysius isn't the name of a god.
What do you mean?
Chronos
Konrasu
is the
his
name of the
god.
time god.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm Aloysius. I'm the crazy, or I don't know how the town. I don't remember how the town thinks of me. I'm the old dude down the street. All right, I'm Aloysius.
The
you
weird
don't
book guy.
believe me, do you? If you think that you're not gonna be truthful to me because I'm not truthful to you, well, again, I am an android and I come from outer space. My name is Dive, and I was born in a simulation, I think, and then got out of the simulation, and now we are here. No introductions, please.
He doesn't sigh, but he just looks at you, and you can feel like the.
She is slowly rotating in midair.
But you're always facing him, right? Like you're always looking
Yes.
at him. Oh yeah. He just looks at
Yeah, no,
you.
she's not turning like seal spin. She is turning like sitting cross-legged, turn like clock.
Yeah. He like reaches over and like puts a finger on your forehead and goes, "You seem to know who I am," and he pushes you with that finger, so you start floating backwards a little bit.
I know that you're someone very powerful, pretending to be someone that you're not.
And you might. And for a moment, did that cross your mind as maybe important?
What do you mean?
That I'm doing so on purpose? I just want to be left alone.
Left alone by who?
Everyone. And then there's a look in his eye that he remembers something. He goes, "Oh fuck, right!" And he turns around, and Nomu is in the doorway of the apothecary room again, but he's like in the way this
Is
time.
it in the doorway?
Yeah, he's in the doorway and is like taking up a space that it is not. Like, he's not letting him pass, and he's like, "Move, you fuck. No, move!" And he just looks at him. Don't encourage him!
Listen, this is like our greeting ritual now. I pet Bug, it's like my way of saying hello. She then pets Konara's pet.
You try reaching out for him, and then he's just on the other side of Nomu in the room.
She
He's
just like floats over Nomu.
Yeah,
So
Nomu
what are you
doesn't stop
doing?
you.
What are you doing here?
Nomu Aloysius is fiddling with the stuff on his apothecary table because he got distracted.
It looks like you could use some help. You don't exactly get to be able to have help when you shut everyone away.
I don't need help, alright? I just need to do... At this point, he, like, picks up the empty bottle.
You don't need help? Tell me, Mr. Big Important, how many shoes are you wearing right now?
He looks down. I wondered what my foot was called. Right, I was fixing my shoe.
Yeah, you need
He's like
help.
he's half turned. He's like a half turn, like, "Oh, right, my shoe." He's half turned. He goes, "Wait, hold on. No, I got to do this. I got to do this." He starts. And he starts like
Same.
looking through all his drawers.
So how about this? I'm going to stand here and make sure that you do what you want to do and not get distracted. And in return, I want you to talk more about yourself.
He like puts his hands on his desk. You get 3 questions.
My brain immediately went, "Are you single?"
Shut up!
As you pause to like, what's my question? He drums his fingers, clearly already beyond like this thing, and he wants to get back to what he's doing.
Oh no, you don't have to stop for me. Just continue what you're doing and I'll think of something. I'm just here to make sure that you don't get distracted and do something else.
Question 1.
He starts going
Accept
through all.
help.
He starts going through the
Accept
drawers.
help. This is not a question. This is a demand.
Question 1.
Shit.
Question 1, how long have you slept? Question 2, go the fuck to sleep.
You know damn well what the answer
Why
to that
are
is.
you hiding away like this?
Okay, sorry, I'm back myself. Okay, man, what's going on?
Question 1. Why are you hiding away like this? specifics. Don't just say because I want to. That's against the rules.
I'm aware.
He's aware of the rules, my god.
He's aware of the rules.
My
God.
him!
Aware of the rules, God.
Uh,
Oh god, rule god.
I had a much more like bombastic thing. He's gonna say this very much more like louder and angrier, but now he's just gonna be like very defeated when he says this. He goes, "I'm the thing between the stars. I was around when the first flames of life were given to this world, and I will be here when the last embers die. Life and death turn when I beckon them. And I am cursed to always remember everything with perfect clarity that I've ever witnessed."
Hey, Fraz.
Fuck, I didn't even realize that.
Wait, what?
Hi, Faraz.
Raz? Is that something
Reference to an old game?
Yeah, an
see.
old game. He was a wizard. He was a wizard who traded his ability to get a good night's sleep to always have. He had a perfect memory.
Yeah.
But he didn't take that as a curse. In this case, because this is the god of time and he's been around for fucking ever, he sees it as a curse. And because he has ADHD, his memories his thoughts and ideas flit like back and forth to shit all the time. When our family disbanded, I just wanted to be left alone. But I can't be alone with my thoughts.
Because then I lose a shoe, and my pants get ripped.
I remember the war and the thousands of people that died. Both the things are mutually simultaneous.
Not necessarily at the same time.
Sometimes the people who died are my shoe, and I get really sad, so I take it off.
I remember my shoe, which reminds me of a memory I had of seeing nothing but a leg in a shoe in a mud pit that during a battle and made me real sad. And now my whole day is ruined because I'm real sad.
As he says this, he gets really sad.
He doesn't say that out loud, but no, that is. He ends the line with I must remember everything with perfect clarity. And he pauses and looks at you. Satisfactory?
No.
Sorry, he doesn't end it with that. He ends it with the I can't be alone. I want to be alone, but I can't be alone with my thoughts.
Why? No, this must. I
I'll be
can't
your
wish
second
for infinite
question.
wishes. I want to ask more questions than more than just 3. It's not fair. I
Life.
want.
Time
Don't say
isn't-
life isn't fair. I know
time
life
isn't
isn't fair.
fair.
I know fully well how unfair life is. My entire
Time.
life was a lie until like 2 months ago, and then we found out that that lie was constructed by someone, and it was specifically almost feel like to fuck me over. So I know what it's like when I say life isn't fair.
Time isn't fair. It moves on with or without us.
And calling himself a dick.
Just fair.
You may find that a lot of these gods are not the gods that they are as.
Man, I can't believe the god of depression's talking with you.
No, he's the god of ADHD. He just has depression.
He doesn't have domain over depression. He just has depression.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The god of war and stuff has a domain over PTSD.
Don't fucking joke.
No, don't worry. The god that got banished is the god of homesickness.
I thought you were going to say the god of Homestuck.
Worse.
Worst. Mm.
Deserved banishment.
Deserved banishment.
Just because time moves on. How do I say this?
Don't worry, if Hanu was here, he would call this god a little bitch and move on.
I can't think of a good way, so I'm just gonna drop that line of thinking for now. Anyway, also don't forget to continue to do the thing.
As he was saying, he did stop.
Mm-mm.
Doesn't look at you, but his eyes do kind of like he looks at, sees you at the side of his the corner of his eye, and then he goes back to doing. I have a real quick, Hanu, did you take the ingredient and instruction list on how to make the poison?
I did that, which was separate from when I was shoving shit in my pockets.
Yeah. So he's like looking through it, and a couple of drawers are empty, and then he looks up at the spot, like the nail is still on the fucking wall.
Oh no, he removed the nail.
window.
He didn't want to rip the paper.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
on the desk.
The hole is still there, and he looks at it. Ellen, I see you. Oh, sorry, never mind.
Wait, what?
So, no, I saw the name Ellen appear at the top of the screen like you were slowly creeping up, and I assumed it was your token.
No.
Very funny.
It
That's
would have been
very
very
funny,
funny. No, Aloysius turns and goes, "You have 2 more questions." And
Did I
then
need to go kill a monkey?
And then I need to go find your friends.
Bad idea. Please don't.
They have something I need. What are your 2 questions?
I'm in trouble.
Before I go to my next 2 questions, we will play a game. You can ask me 3 questions starting now.
This has just turned into 21 questions.
So I ask you 3 questions, you ask me 3 questions. This is called a bonding experience.
Man, God of Dad really just learned what that meant.
Oh, he was used to other bonding experiences.
Yeah, like that Bond experience when he put a sword in a guy's chest.
Yeah.
We're talking about the family bonding experience, not the sticking kind of experience. Go away, God of Glue.
I like to imagine the out of character chat is his brain, just randomly in the middle of just go away, God of Glue.
Go ahead, ask me your first silly question, she says with a smug look in her face.
You won't ask your second question unless I ask.
No.
Play your last pathetic card.
Now, Dive, being the little shit you are, you realize that technically counts as his question. He has not yet realized that.
You have a trap
She's not
card
gonna
to
say
say.
it. She's not gonna say it. Mainly because I didn't realize that.
I did.
Yeah, because it said, "Are you?" at the end, making it a question, and you answer.
You now have a trap card set on your field if he asks you something you don't like.
That's fine. I don't think there's anything that he could ask that Dive wouldn't just answer. Okay. What is your first question?
Aha,
Why
trap
are
card.
you-
What is your... That was your second question.
You
Shut
come
up.
from a ship in space. Why are you on this planet?
So, right. So, we have a bunch of people in like cryopods who are like escaping from Big Bad in space. And this is the first like planet that was habitable.
Could you not just? Oh no, that's a question. Fuck. Ask your question.
See, this is fun. This is fun. Also, if you ever want to, you can increase the number of questions, but you know that means that increases the number of questions that I ask you as well.
Ask your question.
I'm just fucking 5D chessing this man.
Dive is giving this man a migraine.
Yeah, a little bit. He's just like, oh fuck.
So, if you're like
I thought
all
the monkey was
powerful and
bad.
everything, why didn't you have anyone to help you more than Nomu? You could have surely asked someone. I don't know if you were like conscious when you were taking that poison, but it was kind of bad. It would be nice if you had like a carer or a friend, you know?
I may no longer. He stopped. Moral medicine does not affect me in the way it does everyone.
That's not what I asked. I didn't ask why you didn't cure yourself. I asked you why you chose to go in this alone. Even if you had one person with you, it'd be better than no one.
Or no one.
I want nothing to do with my family.
Doesn't have to be a member of your family.
And God, and you. There's no mortal that could help me.
I'm helping you.
That is highly debatable.
By the way, you put that thing down over there. If that is needed, you should go pick it back up.
What did he put down?
I don't know, you just put down something and then like left it and forgot about it.
This in the improv industry is what we call a yes and.
Yeah.
Correct. I just didn't.
Much like Time God, Hatter is having a migraine.
He like leans over. No, I don't need it right now. One, I could not impose on anyone for the rest of their existence to do so. And two, they would not be around for the rest of my existence.
That's a fair point. Out of character, do androids and stuff age? Can we die of old
I
age?
feel like we eventually fall apart.
So androids specifically, yes, but they don't, unless they are like wounded to the point of death. They just kind of go, I've lived long enough.
Yeah.
Aha!
Right now.
Well, you see, that's where you're wrong again. Because because I am an android, I can stay with you as long as you like. Or as long as I like, more specifically. I don't think you have a choice to get rid of me. Well, okay, no, I don't say that. I say that ironically as a joke because you could very much just kick me out and I could not do anything. I think you could just erase me from existence if you wanted to with a thought.
I could.
He considers?
You haven't done anything to deserve that yet.
He is considering it currently.
Okay, so here's the line. Androids don't grow old, instead their organic appearance becomes less convincing over time, causing them to look artificial. After a century, most androids feel that the time has coming to an end and willingly releases their souls to the bone.
And then the android begins regenerating, ready for a new soul.
Yeah, it becomes a vessel for a new soul, and then their visage changes.
So
to
quite
what-
literally, we would be the best people for him.
Yeah,
Actually, quite literally, yes.
Literally.
Also-
down.
So notably,
Also,
sorry, go ahead.
sorry, go on. Automatons have lived for thousands of years in the Pathfinder canon.
Yes. Androids, though, once they rest, it's called the renewal. The renewal itself does take several weeks.
Yes.
So there is a time period where you would.
Oh no,
pay-
he can't go
Describe the
several.
Time Lord.
You could probably just like isolate the bubble around Dive and accelerate time around it. But
That's true.
that's yeah. It's just like
Yeah, so we are literally. I say we. I am literally the perfect person to help.
Little shit
I
energy increases.
I have no money to pay you to do that service,
it's money. It's not like wait, no, I didn't eat.
and I do not wish to make my divinity known to any cleric of the church.
I'm not a cleric.
Clearly,
Again, I don't even know
Clearly.
your real name. I don't even know what god you are, to be honest.
Dive, who has
He
not
looks
looked at
at
the
you.
book.
he looks at you. Wait, what?
This is very much. Do you know who I am? Am I supposed to?
No.
No.
Do you know who I am?
No.
She is literally just being a little shit to be a little shit.
Yeah.
She has no idea what's going on.
She genuinely doesn't know what this guy is a god of.
Yeah, Nina
Because he
and
doesn't
Hanu have
say.
read the book.
Yeah, Knife was asleep.
He vanishes in front of you, just gone.
Oh god,
Oh,
God
yeah,
of Gold Man
yeah.
just disappeared.
And then you hear him in the main.
Oh wait,
room.
I'm in trouble.
You hear him in the main room. Hello? Still here?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm still
there
here.
you are. He hands you a fucking book.
Hey, where'd my book go?
Thank you.
Not you. He didn't take the fucking book. He didn't take your book.
It'd be funny if he did though.
He hands you a book with a it's a children's first gods kind of thing.
Good God, God's good.
No, good god is like early teens.
Oh, he believes Dive is baby.
Yeah,
baby.
valid.
Baby.
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 He hands you this book, and there are like 12 pages. And he lets you flip through them.
And what's the
She's
funniest god
ins-
to say he is but isn't?
No, she's gonna be smart. She's gonna go to the one about the celestial body and goes, "Oh, I like that one."
Nice.
Like that one. That one's my favorite.
I'm the
That
thing
one's my
between the
favorite.
stars. Not because he said he's the thing between the stars, because you like celestial bodies.
Yeah, it's because she's space bat.
I like that one. That's me.
I like that
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright. Either way,
Alright.
I don't
I
want to
don't
involve
like you.
one church, and I don't want anything to do with my brother or any of my family. So I'm just here.
Okay, question number 2.
He picks up.
Why-
He has. You don't know where he got it, but he has what appears to be a small pastry. And he starts eating it.
Question number 2. Oh my god, that was only one question.
That's nice.
Oh
Oh,
my
by the
God.
way,
No, it was
back
question
to
number 3
apothecary.
now.
Back to apothecary. Can't get distracted. Go.
Oh, it's my question. Fuck.
Oh yeah, it's your question.
I want to
A
go
mouthful of
home.
pastry.
First things first, we need to stay on task. Let's go back to the apothecary station and we can talk more there.
No, I know what I need from that.
Okay, in that case, she's just going to sit down next to the dog and she's going to pat the area next to her.
Nomu stares at him.
Don't give me that fucking look. The dog keeps looking at him. Fine. I'm the disrespectful dog.
I like to think when we started this, Aloysius, these people were neat. Nomu, I hate you. It is now the inverse. These people are neat. I hate you.
These are people. I will forget them. I do not. Who are these people again?
I am sorry to tell you, you will not.
So, question 2. What is your question for me?
Where are your friends?
Damn it. Yeah. They're in the woods.
Motion for you to continue.
Listen, I told you I'm not from here. I literally don't know what woods. I don't even know the name of this town.
Boxstone. Point in the direction they went.
I feel like I'm in
No, that's a
danger.
question. Wait, no, that's a question.
Do you point in the direction that they went?
Do I have time to eat that paper?
If you want to.
I'm not going to.
Start
That's a
shooting.
level like 15
Just-
item. I want that in my book.
I will tell you on the condition that you have to not go running off. Because I told you I'd help you, and you were doing something. And you need to not run off, and you need to focus on what you're doing. And I know that if I tell you where you need to go, you'll just run off. And don't do that, because we're playing a game.
You still have a question left. I can't. There are certain rules I must abide by.
I am
we
bound
have
by the
made a
rules
deal.
of 21 questions.
I'm
Point
sadly
where your
bound to
friends
the
are,
rules.
please.
Well, I will after the game is done, okay?
I hate this.
The question must be answered to satisfactory conditions.
Wait, did you accidentally pull him in like a fucking ancient godly ritual by asking him to play 20 questions?
He made,
Oh, just wait. It's gonna get so much
he made
better.
a deal with
He
it. He
knows
made
the
a deal with
rules.
him.
Yeah,
Dive is
Trust
the
me?
most
you gotta
annoying.
tell him.
Dive is the
Ow.
most annoying creature on the face of the earth.
Now, notably, if you do not answer this question to satisfaction, you've broken the deal and he can just leave.
Yep, that's fine.
Alright,
Okay, I'm leaving.
so do you point out where your friends went?
No, I've already said. I'm saying that after the game is done.
Okay. That does not answer the question to a level of satisfaction.
Well, that's what we agree. I literally just said I will tell you where they are after the game is done.
And he
he
did
said,
not
okay.
agree to that.
Did he not? Oh, okay.
No, he did not. He was saying that you have to answer the question to satisfaction.
How about this?
You-
If you wait till after the game is done, I'll lead you to them.
Him questioning if that's
It's
necessary.
because if you go off now, you'll forget about our game.
You get a look from him that that you're right, and he hates that you're fucking right.
You're right, but fuck you anyway.
He's gonna end up
You-
wandering in the woods, being like looking at cool mushrooms and rocks and shit.
Yeah. If you just pointed, he'd walk off and go, "Ooh, that's a mushroom," and he would forget about us.
Oh, that's a cool looking rock.
And
No, he
Yeah, he's-
wouldn't forget about it.
Maybe not,
Not in-
I
forever.
forget what he was trying to do.
yeah, he'd still remember that's what he's doing, but he would keep being distracted.
Yeah.
A week later, he finally finds you. There you fucking are.
A week later, he goes to the town next door and is like, "Fuckers!"
Congratulations, we've created the Chaser monster.
Ask your last question.
That's your last
Cool.
pathetic.
I will.
She hops up.
I will ask my last question later.
She walks away.
I'm gonna
is
save this one.
He's immediately like next to you.
I never said that I had to answer the questions right away. Or ask them.
Yes, you did. Oh, shit.
I'm going to go look for your friends now.
Have fun. Come back when you have come to your senses again. I'm going to stay here and pet dog.
He actually turns around.
I'm going to
No,
leave.
Moo.
Doesn't leave.
Nomu, I need you to track them down. Nomu like looks up at him.
Does that big dog breath and lays back down.
No. He kind of gets up.
Out of
Or you
character,
could just,
you
like-
could just tell him. Like, we'd be fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Okay. You know what? My last question. Wait, no, stop. I'm asking my third question.
Yes.
My third question. What will you do with my friends if I tell you where they are?
I just want my stuff.
Okay, that's good enough. Alright then, this way. Wait, you're not gonna hurt them, are you?
I just want my stuff.
Okay, good. So, whilst we're walking there, you have one more question for me.
He looks at you.
Oh, also it's morning.
He steps out. Oh, sorry.
Also,
Gets
it's morning.
flashbacks by the daylight. Ah, fuck!
It's morning and it's
Are
also
you-
raining.
Are you physiologically capable of shutting up?
No.
The cold,
No.
cold-ish breeze that was around you immediately stops, and you can feel the warmth on the sun on your face as you exit the building, but are still within his. Actually, you are still within his circle of influence. So you actually notice that the dry spot, the big dry circle, keeps moving, in conjunction with where he is.
Mm.
It looks to be about a 20 to 25 foot distance from him.
But no, dive goes feet on ground, holds this guy's hand, big swinging arms, big stomping steps as she just walks back.
So you have one more question for me?
I will answer it later. I'll ask it later.
Hey, no fair, you pulled that. Damn it. I revealed my hand too early. Did you like the little did you like the little trick I pulled on you? I mean
No.
it was clever though, wasn't it? You at least gotta say that.
You remind me of some of my siblings.
Oh, that's bad. Damn, I wouldn't want to meet anyone as annoying as me.
Pray that you do not see Dorius or Damon Blake then.
Hatter spends a villain point. Dive gets struck by lightning.
You see a dark shadow watching you from a distance. No,
In my brain, I definitely want to meet them. In Dive's brain, I definitely want to meet them. We will be a force to be fucking reckoned with. Two of us,
Dive-
amazing.
it's like
I'm
when,
saying that to please him.
it's like when two hurricanes come in contact. They can either cancel each other out or fuse into a superstorm.
Dive's evil twin submerge.
No, it's Rise.
It's Rise, you're right.
Oh my god, that's actually really good.
Of
I
the
really
Rune
like that,
Lords?
actually.
Ha, 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 ha.
Dork, I love you.
You begin to follow him, and Nomu actually follows along behind. It is clear that he could move way faster.
Yeah, that's why she knew that the jig was up, because she didn't expect Aloysius to find him, but she damn well knows that Nomu is good enough to find where they are.
Yeah, you actually noticed that when Nomu started getting up, he like put his head down to the ground. and seem
He
to be
can move faster
finding.
than you. Why? Because he's the god of time now. Because he's got longer legs.
Like,
It's like if he asks,
Hold on, that doesn't keep
Why
up.
are
I'm
you gonna
faster
you
than
holding-
him.
Why are you holding my hand?
it's like, so you don't get lost.
No,
Gleaming
no,
like
he-
innocent
he-
smile on his
no,
her
he's
face.
not. He doesn't like that. As like he forgets. He doesn't forget that he's holding your hand for a reason. But you do notice that on occasion he like you have to like tug him a little bit because he saw a cool outcropping of mushrooms and he's like, oh, he was about to like reach over and pick them and you're like, and he's like, oh, right.
But you know, I'm saying like as soon as she grabbed his hand, he was just like, "Why are you grabbing my hand?"
So you don't get lost.
Beaming, childish, like adorable smile on her face. Complete vision of innocence.
I just imagine at some point you start floating up and he's holding onto you like a fucking balloon. And you
No.
continue to
She.
leave him.
Oh wait, no. Maybe. Fuck. She would.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
would,
yeah,
but
yeah.
She wouldn't
He's
know.
holding
that-
onto your shawl. He's holding onto your shawl like a balloon string.
It's like she would, but like she wouldn't know she was doing it. It's just like right
Slowly
now
moving
she's
down
like
your
very,
body
very much
until he's
smaller
just
than him,
walking.
and then eventually he realizes that she is like head height to him now, as she is just like hovering. But she still can't control it because she broke.
Slowly moving down your body until he's just holding you by your ankle.
Back in the woods.
Hanu continues to be an asshole.
Y'all don't know what dive is.
Oh yeah, we ended with where's Dive?
Yes,
We
that is
spend an
probably
hour
town.
preparing in the morning, like we're supposed to.
I casted
I-
Mage Armor.
I love dive.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I have a
Dive
spell.
is such. I love dive too.
That'd be such a
What?
trigger.
What? Yeah, that's fair.
I make
By which
Actually,
we mean a
not soaking.
character.
Yes. You make Eshe what?
not soaking.
Eshe again flinches, but upon seeing that, realizing it's you, she. Thank you, Hanu.
He literally like flicks his fan closed, just kind of gestures at you, and you're just no longer wet. And then he puts it back in front of his face.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You need 1 minute per block.
I'm
Shush you.
sorry for my response earlier. Your comments didn't warrant that. Turn down the music, please.
Oh, sorry.
Very good music.
okay.
However, it's very loud.
Hanu
It's,
just raises an eyebrow at you.
I believe we were talking past one another a bit. I am. I will tell everyone here and tell Dive later. Not looking forward to that conversation. I am not in the best mental state right now.
Nah, it's gonna get
As-
so much worse. I'm sorry.
As you've all heard, I experienced another vision.
Mm-hmm.
This one was worse. I'm
Really sorry about that.
I've said that to so many people, and now that someone says it to me, I don't know what to do with it.
Oh
I am
shit.
grateful, though.
Okay. Phew.
I don't have words right now, and I'm not sure when I will again, so I hope you will forgive me if I'm not at my best today.
Oh god. Of course.
We all have our off days.
Yes.
Thank you. I would certainly prefer not to speak to the god again.
Oh yeah, we weren't planning on doing that before we gave him time to rest.
Yeah, I don't
Hi
think I would
guys.
I think it would
Uh-huh.
be rather foolish to speak with him currently.
And
Yeah.
yes, that is absolutely set up for.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, that's the way.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
Di, on the way, Dive is like saying, "Hey, so now that we're here, you literally like do not have to take the poison anymore because I'm here to help you with all of your problems that you may have. Um, plus, like you get to keep your sense of self, and then it's fun. It's fine. You'll be able to maybe even reconnect with your family eventually when you feel up to it."
Wow.
Dive saying all the things this man doesn't want to hear.
Hey, you get more of me and your family. Yay!
And this is a positive in what way?
Because you get more of me.
You're not. I don't think you know what that word means.
He just says, okay, so priority 1, find Dive. Priority 2,
We should probably head towards the bigger town.
yeah, probably
I-
head towards the bigger town.
I believe that would be my preference.
We should also talk with, like, basically the community about, you know, like regular people about, like, hey, is it okay if we just, show up here, start, join, like, what's up? Do you like people from space? Do you hate them? Stuff like that.
My man
I'm
seemed
not
kind of indifferent that I'm from space.
I'm not sure if that's quite the verbiage I'd use.
Oh, of course
But-
not. But
So, there's
so,
also another issue that's going to come up rather frequently now that I think about it.
yeah.
We don't have money.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be your stinky ass.
No, I'm not. I'm talking
Wow,
about a
rude.
situation, not you.
Oh, why would you?
Sorry, I'm made of
Okay.
almost entirely biometals and plastics. You're the one with a real
Mhm.
ass.
When's the last time you got a shower?
We were in space where dirt didn't really exist. Also, I
Yeah.
have prestidigitation.
Okay.
When was the last time you showered with your real neat
Last
ass?
Last night.
Rain doesn't count.
What? What? Where else am I gonna get a shower here?
That's a wonderful question. You should have thought of that before you asked.
Anyway, yes, we're gonna look at general attitude towards strangers. Then we're gonna ask them. Do some investigating. Thing I'm good at.
Investigating is
Um,
probably a good
Guys doing
idea.
it in a more subtle way than straight asking them if they enjoy the
Yes.
company of people in space.
Yeah, no.
Me, I'm gonna be subtle. You, points at Percival. You are gonna be diplomatic.
Yes.
I'm gonna
I
be
thought you were
subtle.
going to say direct, and that was the complete opposite of
that's
what I
up
was
to
going
you.
to say.
You could be direct. I believe in you.
My
But
my instinct, which is founded only on my very I was
I
never the most
believe your
scholarly
instinct.
person. Thank you. I currently don't put much faith in it myself, but
Oh.
my instinct, based primarily on what I learned in the Wongi Expanse, is that we are open about the fact that we are outsiders looking for potential land to settle, but also make it clear that we are interested in learning about and not intruding upon their cultures and their
Yes.
ways of life.
Yes.
I feel like that is a comfortable amount of openness. We don't have to start with the ship.
It is
No.
probably best that we do not start with we are from space, we have a ship, we are looking for land. Anything that would make us seem more invaders than integrators.
Yeah.
Precisely.
It also wouldn't be a bad idea to make a rapport with the people. Like I said, we don't have money, but we can
That is
two
what I
birds with
plan
one
to do.
stone.
I can make reports. Wow, nobody
I-
loved my joke. Okay, that's fine.
I understood
didn't
the
I-
joke.
I confess I had somewhat forgotten that part.
Rapport?
Reporting.
Oh, yeah. No, I do that a lot.
Also,
Sorry
I
about
want to say I'm sorry for Dive.
Is that about?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yay.
Yeah, like
Don't
I was
apologize
saying,
for Dive. I like Dive.
there's many things we want to do, least of which is talk to the time god. That would be rather foolish at the moment.
Yes.
Well,
Absolutely.
unfortunately for you, I'm here.
Ah!
No.
Oh,
It's
Pardon?
like on the way, Dive is basically saying all the like trying to talk him out of taking the poison again. It's like, yeah, you really like don't need to anymore. We can literally help you when you're like this, like I am now, and then plus you'll be able to keep your sense of self. And just because you are cognitive doesn't mean you have to interact with your family.
Would you really dedicate the rest of your existence to keeping me focused?
I mean, if you come with us, sure.
I
No,
cannot go everywhere. There are places I cannot go.
Oh,
They are not my domain. One cannot simply invade one another's space without invitation or announcement.
Speaking of which, hey Forrest, I'm coming in.
Not like that.
Want to point out, by the way, that when this man arrived, Hanyu literally went and hopped, like, cat hopped up, and he's just in a tree now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. That
full
that-
spooked cat.
You know
Oh,
what?
yeah,
Dive,
the
we can
caveman
talk about this more
SpongeBob.
later. Anyway,
Yeah,
we're
hold on.
here.
Pause. Dive. Make me a blind GM roll. Sorry, a blind diplomacy roll.
I'm good at that.
So he has a bread bun in hand. You don't know where he got it from.
Man keeps pausing time to steal things.
No.
Hi, have
no.
a bite, please.
He's going to buy this bun later, and thus he has it. He's hungry now, so he's gonna buy it later.
I like fucking time code. I like to imagine he freezes time. His hand is still holding Dive. He's like, this is a balloon, and just walks away with Dive while time is frozen. Grabs it like a kid grabbing an apple, but with a balloon. And then he walks back to where he was and was like, okay, here we go.
I mean, he doesn't really have to. If it's time stop, he can literally just let go of Dive.
Well, yeah, but
walk
it's
off, and then
funnier
come
if he
back.
doesn't.
Dive as he's like taking a bite, and you ask that, like sighs and rolls his eyes and peels off like a piece and gives it to you.
Oh no, like she doesn't ask that. She's just sort of looking at it longingly, like she hasn't eaten. She wants
Yeah,
to
okay.
see. I,
He
okay,
rolls his eyes
I,
and
I,
does
won't-
it
I wouldn't say
anyway.
she wants to see. I say I want to see if he'll do it.
Yeah, he does it. You like looking at it with the puppy dog eyes.
Yeah.
Fine. Gives you a little piece. It's pretty good bread. It's actually very moist. It's very fresh. It's a little thick. Not sweet, but it's fresh bread. Could use a little butter.
I
Man.
think I'm going to break the rules and ask one more question. Who do you want to be?
I don't know.
You know who can help you find out?
You?
Me and all of us, we're here.
Hanu is in a
Aye.
tree. Seconds later, he's just looking from a top branch like,
Eshe
why is he
flinches
here?
violently upon your entrance and then sees the god formerly known as Aloysius, and her whole body starts violently shaking as she takes a few unsteady steps backwards.
He doesn't have the same look of anger that was on his face. He
He
just
looks tired.
Yeah, he looks tired and almost defeated.
He looks like a man who's dealt with die for an extended
Yeah,
period
he looks
of
like a
time.
man who's been dealt with a small child for days on end.
Congrats,
Eshe-
guy. You gained 5,000 XP.
I tamed a god.
Looks at your
Eshe-
natural 20 diplomacy.
Yes!
Sorry,
Man,
Eshe, you
I
okay?
love our DMPC God.
God. Literally, God.
Eshe just
Can she get a hero point for that?
Fuck it, yeah, you know what, you get a hero point for this whole goddamn situation.
Yay.
Roll a card.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah.
sorry.
Eshe
Eli, yes.
Crazy blood.
Eshe swallows dryly, and she grips onto her still pretty wet dress, because I know you prestidigitated me, but it's still kind of raining, right?
I think
It's that raining what's like more like a mist.
Okay. She grips two fistfuls of her damp dress, and I apologize if my behavior is not ideal. And I also apologize for whatever part I may have had in what happened last night.
You're not of this world and you've come across an angry god. Any reaction is understandable. Speaking of, looks at the monkey in the tree. I want my
Aye.
shit back.
Just gonna come over, put a hand on Eshe. Not gonna say anything, just hand.
Ashe flinches, but upon realizing it's you, visibly is comforted.
I don't know what you mean.
What shit?
Hanu,
I know,
I
what
do-
did you take?
I do not believe this is a good time to play games.
Otto, would you like to roll diplomacy against God?
No. You know what? Yes. This'll be funny. I'm not making it secret. Ten.
He just looks at you.
Hanu hangs from the tree by his tail and hops down. Here's your paper.
He takes it, continues to hold out his
No.
hand.
Notably, he went into his jacket and pulled out his alchemy book, opened it, and took the paper out from between the pages. Like, I was
Mhm,
gonna have
mhm.
this.
Continues to hold out his hand, expecting that you have more.
Oh, no, you took everything else I had.
I'm missing a very important flower.
The dog ate it.
All right.
He continues to look at you for. He continues to look at you for a split second, like bullshit. But he doesn't. He doesn't say that. But then he turns to look at the dog. Nomu, and Nomu looks at him like, yeah. He just looks at Nomu like Nomu's like he's looking at Nomu like, what the fuck? And Nomu looks at back and I'm like, what the fuck you gonna do about it?
Nina elbows Hanu and is like, why'd you find out like that?
Also, the dog spilled a bottle of stuff on the floor.
Do not.
Look, this man.
Nomu just continues to look at Aloysius, and Aloysius is like, you little shit.
Look, I think that Godwolf is more invincible than me. I am made of plastic.
he like thumps Nomu on the side of the head with like
You don't
like
have
it
enough
would
confidence.
it would
in
be like a
yourself.
flick, but Nomu's so fucking big it has to be like all 4 fingers. It's like, why the fuck would you do that? And Nomu doesn't even move. Just by the
He
way,
just
I'll-
opens
I'll-
his mouth and puts his mouth around his hand, like
Just
No, that's the place hands and mouth goes.
all the while Aloysius is moving, he's holding Dive like a fucking balloon. He hasn't let go. What the fuck?
I was going to steal stuff, and then you held me upside down like a pinata.
He like sighs, closes his eyes, and looks down.
Hanu, they don't have pinatas.
You don't know that.
what were we
Do you have
literally just
pinatas? Do you have
talking
Galarian
about?
pinatas?
We have pinatas. Yes.
Oh my god!
Look,
He stops and he turns around. And there's something different right now. There was something different. There's a look to him like, I can't believe I'm fucking doing this. I beseech
Oh.
you, mighty adventurers, as a boon from the god Konaris, to go on a quest for me.
Oh, yes! Haha! I win! I got your name without asking the question.
Sure. I
Dive,
mean, I
did
would have
you-
also, I would have
Did-
also accept. Hey, I need a favor.
Hold
But
on.
Yeah.
That works as well.
Dive.
There are rules and procedures I have to admit,
That is
adhere to.
understandable.
Hold
There's
on.
also
Dive.
a hey there, friend Dive. Yes, honey.
We knew this was coming on us. It's obvious. We have a book.
I confess.
Is it
I
this
was-
one?
Holds up the book. Can I escape her?
No, it's this one. He holds up a different book. It's this one.
I
Um,
confess I was not at my most attentive, so I also didn't realize this was Canaris.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, no, man,
But-
like appeared in an instant to pick me up. I'm very certain that things were weird when
I would have told you, but you seemed out of it.
I would have told you. I just thought it was
That's-
obvious and everybody knew.
Not unreasonable.
Okay,
What-
so is the boon the quest?
No, the boon is the reward for the quest because I don't have money.
Oh.
Dibs. Okay, cool. We're gonna get it for you.
No, you can't
Following
want to-
procedure, then I, Sir Percival, accept your request.
Wait, why
Oh,
are we
thank
accepting
God.
this
Thank
thing?
the light. All right.
Wait, why are we? Wait, you're just gonna ask us to get the ingredients
Possible
the dog
thank
ate to
you.
poison yourself?
Yes.
Fuck.
Why
Yeah,
should we do
ah.
this?
Because you've already agreed to go on a quest, or at least one.
Percy,
Percival.
It's in my
I trust
nature. I
you.
can't help it.
we have
I
a job
trust
to
you
do.
So much, Percival, but I think this
Actually-
is not a great decision.
Takes a deep breath, and she will take a cautious single step forward and say, would you be open to telling us what you're under no obligation to do so, but would you be open to telling us why you make the choice to poison yourself?
I already answered that question. However, she looks over. And she does like the shaft head tilt, shit-eating grin towards Canaris.
Dave, are you gonna
I-
ask him to play 3 questions with Eshe now?
I apologize if I'm being too forward, but in a previous life, I suppose, I was very involved in industries of death. So I have understandings of processes of mourning and the
I'm
things
not
that
mourning.
people- I understand. Immediately drops that.
He almost like, I can't believe I'm
Wait,
fucking repeating this.
Let me check the book.
He goes, I am the thing between the stars. I was there when the first flames of life were given to this world, and I will be here when the last embers die. Life and death turn when I beckon. And I am
That-
cursed to forever remember in perfect clarity all that I have ever witnessed. I am tired, and I do not wish to speak with any of my siblings. So
How
I
did
am
it take you to
alone,
read?
but I
how did it
cannot
take
be
you-
alone with my thoughts, for my mind flits like a butterfly in an open field.
I do not understand, but I accept your explanation.
Eshe,
How did it take you to learn that off by heart? You said the same thing when I said it. Are you practicing?
No, it's a standard thing. Like, mortal, be not afraid. I am a vestige of whatever. There's procedures to this.
It's the standard greeting.
Yeah.
Take me to your leader.
I miss-
Exterminate.
I miss Sun Wukong, whose only response to things was, "I'm a monkey. I'm going to hit you if you do not leave."
Oh, that sounds like one of my brothers, except the monkey part.
He was
No,
like
that's
a
actually
monkey.
that's my sister. That's actually 100% my sister.
Is she a monkey?
Yeah. My
Why?
response was, "I'm a monkey and I'm going to hit you."
Why is she a monkey? Says the monkey.
Why are you a monkey,
monkey?
robot?
From my
Oh yeah, I told him we're a robot.
I mean, Hanu's head turns 180 degrees to look at you. Really? Anyway, from what my database show, the intended reason for my visual accommodations is to provide comfort for the flesh bags that I help. They would prefer to look at a monkey as opposed to a weird spider-like android that crawls outside of spaceships.
Ellen,
Okay.
did you say something?
No, I was pointing out the heads can already turn at 180 degrees.
It like does it in a uncanny valley kind of way,
Okay.
where like it
Then-
like turns fully.
Yeah.
That's
Then-
60.
Remember
Smart,
how
sorry
we
for
were
interrupting.
talking about building a rapport with people?
This
Like,
isn't
not
people. This is
quite
God.
But
He's
this is
still technically
people.
part of the town.
He
And
doesn't
God
want to be
that's-
part of the town. He'll forget us
No,
once
he-
our missions is done.
The point being, maybe
I-
calling them flesh bags and saying that you're going to make reports on them. We're not doing a very good job
I
of
didn't say
building
anything about
rapport.
reports.
No, you didn't.
I said something about flashback because that's
No.
what things.
Yes.
Aloysius puts the hands up to like stop. I don't care. I just want to be left alone, and I
That
don't
is
want to remember anything. I want my brain, my thoughts to stop haunting me. Either way, you have accepted my quest. You will receive your boon, and then I will go back to sleep.
Wait! She like shakes him. Wait!
He like
Wait a
he like
minute.
does that thing where a child is shaking you and you just kind of let it happen. He's like, yes.
What if we make it so that your memories aren't plaguing you, but you still keep your sense of identity? That way everyone wins.
That would be nice, but I'm not powerful yet.
I think that's called alcohol.
Dive is just describing therapy.
I
Or
don't think
therapy.
we are powerful
Or
enough
therapy.
alcohol,
Yes,
Tim.
that's the proper one.
If you could somehow create something powerful enough to affect me in such a way, I give you my blessing to try.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
How does that make you feel?
I could end you with a thought.
Fair enough.
I would, but you haven't.
Hey,
Dive.
Dive.
I
That
still
he could
need
end
you
Hanu with his dive.
I have not ended your existence because I still require you to go beyond my domain and collect the ingredients I need.
Dive, Hanu. Shut the fuck up.
The thought he could end Hanu with is dive. Sorry.
You have a map.
Yes, you gave me one. Oh,
Good.
rather not Yes, I have a map.
Let me see it.
You will
Okay.
hand it over.
He unfolds it and shows it to you. I presume you know where you.
We do, yes.
Yes, we are at Copper Leaf.
Roughly, yes.
Yeah. All right. I need a red flower with blue thorns that is just beyond Hassan's Pass to the south.
Oh. Wait. Let me look in my book.
I feel like we might be getting sent on a snipe hunt.
That's
No, he wants
That's
us to
not the
poison
same.
himself.
Does your sister spell her name differently different places?
Wait, hold on. Is it? No, it's spelled the same.
No, it's not.
Oh,
It's
you're
with
right.
an
It's not.
U in the book and an A on the map. That's fine. It's fine. It's probably the same.
No. It is different on the book. And you bring this up. He goes, "Yes, I know. Someone fucking wrote it down wrong, but it is named after her.
Okay.
Yeah, it is named
Oh,
after
so
her.
that's
There's
her
a whole fucking
domain.
No,
What?
just go beyond Hussein's Pass, find the flower, and come.
Okay.
Do not spend the night beyond Hussein's Pass, for you will not return.
Why is that?
His eyes slowly sink further into his face.
Because that is the domain of one of my siblings, and it is not Hussein. And they
What?
will have no qualm about killing you.
Oh, okay.
And I
Shit.
need you alive to collect the second piece.
The second piece,
Okay.
he says, staring at the dog he recently learned also spilled a bottle on the floor.
Yes.
Ah.
Up here, there's a pass from the forest through the mountains. On its way, you will find a partially hidden entrance to an old iron mine. At the bottom of the iron mine is a pool of spring water. I need a bottle of that spring water.
Okay.
Did we have a team name? She said, Dive says, like, to the people. Did we have, like, a team name in the simulation? I already forgotten.
We have one in real life. ROM, remember? Roots of Metal.
Alright! I forgot.
Yes.
Cool name.
It is. Thought of it.
He's just writing this down in his book.
Well,
Rainwater
roots of
from-
metal. Well, roots of metal.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
This will take some time, I'm sure. And I would prefer if you did it sooner rather than later, for obvious reasons.
Cool.
Do whatever you need to prepare yourself, and please go as soon as possible.
I have a question.
Yes, monkey.
Why don't you just freeze yourself in time for eternity? Just like become a crystal or something?
I tried. I'm
Oh,
still conscious.
Hmm,
I just can't move.
that's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're sad.
Yes, I am.
Kanu flicks his fan in front of his face.
Hanu. Okay, Hanu is not on diplomacy squad.
Have I ever been? Looks at the
No.
-2.
That was never an option.
I point at my emotionally unaware ability. Like, I think I'm rather in character right now.
Yeah, so we'll find me as quick as possible. Well,
Yeah.
considering previous things. I have a lot to do on this list.
Well, this should be at the top of your list.
Yes.
That-
And getting supplies for it should be above that.
I Twitch.
I mean, that's kind of true, yeah.
Well, okay, that's part of it. Sub point supplies.
Correct.
Cool. Thumbs
On,
up.
in Hanu's vision of the world, a little HUD pops up in the top left of his vision. So, a quest achieved. Ding.
Yeah, welcome to the quest. Welcome to the quest line that wasn't supposed to happen. 5 sessions, maybe 6.
Yeah. No, this is kind of
You're actually sequence breaking here. There was supposed to be an entire other quest line before
We
this
speed
one.
running.
yeah, the quest line of we have a ship full of hundreds of people who need a home.
Oh no, that's the story quest that you will eventually get to.
Oh yeah,
First point.
we'll get to this. We'll get to the story quest eventually.
Sorry, yes, Alan, what you were saying?
First point on fuck, what's the song name? The name song that played. He was revealed.
Oh, his theme song?
Yeah.
Seems
Weight of my
unspeakable.
past.
Yeah. Quest, the weight of my past. Point 1, gather supplies.
No. This quest line is called "Running from My Past,"
Oh, running from my past. Point 1, gather supplies.
and at some point it diverges into the weight of my past.
Okay.
Hanu's little golden hair extensions lift up as they buzz slightly. I'm transmitting the quest log to everybody. Ooh,
That's
quest
cool.
log updated.
Wow, you
Oh,
sure
tell
can't.
Angel as well.
Eshe,
We should probably keep
great.
her
You
soul.
sure can't do that. We have to put down the transmitter.
Is there anything else you need of me?
No.
A friend.
Is there anything you
Dive.
need of us aside from?
Mercy.
I like him.
Aside from what I have already quested you with.
Would you be able to tell us a bit more about this boon?
I shall grant you the boon of Carnaris, a magical item that will allow you to see past events with perfect clarity.
Yes.
She flips through her picture book.
Thank you.
He also says that you're the god of celestial bodies. What does that mean? Well, I know what celestial bodies means, of course, but like, what does being the god of that mean?
Being the god of time, it is my duty to ensure that the sun rises and the moon sets. The stars will shine.
Is that satellite yours?
No, what satellite?
When we were
There's
coming
like
to the
a small,
planet, there's something
small
orbiting.
thing around the planet in
Where?
like just in the atmosphere.
I think it's just
Where
above
in
the
the
upper atmosphere.
find your
Nina
brother.
will Nina
think
will
we found your
point in a
brother.
direction, and then Dive will correct Nina very slightly.
Yeah,
So, do you point on the map where it was before, like originally?
I mean,
Oh,
I think the
no.
map would help, but yeah.
So-
I
map
think
wouldn't help because
Nina's
it's
saying that
orbit.
she's pointed into the air.
Yeah.
So you're aware that it kind of started somewhere up here. Sorry, somewhere up here near Rhymecrest, top right, and it's traveling southwest towards the Luminaris.
Yeah.
It's going that way.
Yeah, it's going this way.
Yeah.
That was the last you were told of it, and it hasn't changed. Yesterday when you were told of it, it had not changed directions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our planetal scan, our scan of the planet indicated there was something in the upper atmosphere.
but we couldn't get close enough to tell what it was.
Don't. It is not mine. I do not.
Okay.
And aside from my siblings closest to me, the one to the north
Closest
and the
you
south,
how?
I'm not physically. I'm not sure where the rest of my siblings are.
Okay. Thank you for answering my question. That's it.
Good. Return as quickly as you can.
I hope that in the end we can convince you otherwise.
I
Maybe.
will
In the
certainly.
meantime, would you be able to research alternative ways? Are you open to the idea of not doing that to yourself?
Hani was staring at the fact that that Dive is doing this, and he's wondering how she's getting away with this.
He's
Yeah,
he's
I got a
doing the
natural
same
20.
fucking thing. He's like, how the fuck?
Eshe has been consistently inching further and further away from Dive.
Yeah, like
Yeah, getting out
Dive-
of fireball range.
Getting away with this.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Dive is 100% that annoying kid that just keeps poking and prodding you until you just relent.
Yeah,
But
he
she has the best
relented.
intentions.
she does.
God, I
Um,
love Time God and Hani both looking at her like, how are you getting away with this?
I will certainly do my best to find alternatives.
Yes, you do that.
I
You'll
don't
know
think
what
Godly
fuck-
the bottom is work.
You know what the fuck. And he turns around and begins to leave.
Wait, do we have any method of communication?
Dive.
We really
He
don't
has not
need
let
one.
go of you, and you continue to the balloon.
Hani watches Dive get dragged away and is like, do we?
With
Is
we
that-
need that one.
That's ours.
Oh, right. He lets go
Just-
of the
just-
balloon.
Just gonna come over, grab Dive's ankle.
Right. Right.
Percy has to be on his tippy toes to reach.
Yeah. I
Dive
just jump, and then I'm just like
He
holding
hands
it like
you
a
the
hang
dive
glider.
balloon like an adult would to a small child.
A little pop up, and then it shows up in the corner. There's a heart, and next to it says, "Dive will
Wonder.
remember that."
Man, if I had the time, I would work on the HUD program I was working on.
Yeah.
Dive, what the fuck were you thinking?
I
You certainly seem to have pacified him.
yeah,
Get a
I
word for it.
Still within earshot of this conversation, he says over his shoulder, "I don't think she was."
was thinking that I made a mistake and I wanted to rectify it.
Eshe looks genuinely, seriously pissed at you. What?
Listen, he's fine.
What made you think that returning to the abode of the god that we deeply irritated, and that you specifically deeply irritated, would end well for anybody? Do you
Because
know how
we-
lucky you are that you're not dead?
Dive is silent.
What's Noma doing?
Oh, Numa was walking, like, paused for a little bit to look at all of you, and then is walking back with.
Hani waved at Noma like, bye, GW.
Asher, you have good points, but
I would also be annoyed if I wasn't even more impressed that she actually got away with it repeatedly.
Hold on. With this boon of
Yes,
his...
I don't know how the fuck you did that.
Wait, hold on. Whatever's going on is important, I'm sure. But with this boon he's promising, couldn't we learn more about Angel? Like the
I
captain?
could be the perfect detective.
There's a lot of mystery
That
still
would be
surrounding
good.
that.
Yeah, we can integrate it into Angel. That'd be great.
That's not what I meant.
No, wait, no. Into me.
No, both of you are wrong. No, we don't know what happened when Angel zapped her brain into the ship. This would let us see into that past event.
Uh, okay, yeah. We could solve that mystery. Sorry, I already am the perfect detective, but I could become even better. Died. That was dangerous.
It was, but like we messed up, and it would have been worse if we didn't do anything. Like, think about what would
Would.
happen if he was just left to stew, and without us like rectifying what we did. I feel like he would just have come after us in the end.
I think you're right.
Well, considering what was in somebody's
Stomach. The dog ate it. He can't get the things
think-
again.
I think Percy's
No,
referring to the fact
I
had to
was
use- I had
referring to
investigate.
Hanu. He was going to come after us regardless.
Yeah.
I will not lie. I was a little invested in not letting a man poison himself.
Yeah, that dog asked for it.
The dog did ask for our help.
Yeah.
Haha, Dive's always right.
And as a doctor, I need to help people. As a detective, I can do whatever I want.
No, you can't.
But
You can
yeah,
do
I'm
whatever
going
you
to have
want
to,
until someone removes your head from your shoulders.
gonna have to disagree with that one as well. Just because you are a detective does not make you above the law. Any law, especially the law of the gods.
Yeah, but it doesn't make me below the.
It
You'll
puts
be
you
below
on-
people if you end up under the ground.
That is
Yes.
also true.
I'm
However,
saying I emphasize with my brother here.
Ashe. Connie looks at you.
What?
As an executioner, would you actually have been fine with somebody poisoning themselves like that instead of actually doing anything better?
Once upon a time, I would have had a very easy answer to that.
okay, how about a new question? A
No.
person wants to take this medication, yet we stop him from doing it. Is it not the right thing to do to remedy the mistake that we made?
I'm not arguing that we shouldn't fix it now. I'm arguing that what you did was stupid.
I know. I never said it wasn't. It was dumb. But sometimes doing stupid things is good.
Sometimes doing stupid things is good, but that's not a great. I can't decide if I'm mad or impressed.
You can be both. I
You
vote.
can be
Very
both.
angry.
Go on, be impressed. I know you want to be.
Okay. That was dangerous.
not
Please don't do it
particularly
without
impressed.
consulting us first. Again.
I've always known you were a very charming person. To be impressed, I would need to be surprised. And to be impressed, I would need to think that it was ultimately of some benefit. And I don't think that. The point. I don't like that he's poisoning himself any more than you do, but that is his right as a person.
Then why did we stop it?
I took no part in that. I don't know why you stopped it.
The dog was hurting.
Ugh.
From what we heard that the man was being poisoned, and so we believed it was as a normal person would. we should stop that. Or it is only after the poison was stopped that we found out that maybe that was not the best course of action, but then again, how will we have known? We did what we thought was best at the time, and we are currently dealing with the consequences.
Yeah.
Such is the
I
way of
would like it
the hero.
I would like it firmly on the record, particularly on the record of this god, that I had no part in that. I spoke to him about his experiences, learned more about what he'd been through, listened to him, and that's it.
Mm, that's
Okay.
fair.
I would actually write it down, but my arms are currently occupied.
Hanu
I
is
can
going
write
to
it
do a
down.
dumb thing real quick. Eshe, is this reaction out of anger or of fear?
Fear!
Hmm.
I am in a state of horror right now. Because I've learned that in my previous life, I spent all the very few years of it being tortured. And it has given me some incentive to elongate this one.
Understandable.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought that I'd already lived a full life. As it turns out, I have not. And so, you'll pardon me if I've found that my time is a bit more valuable, that my remaining years unrusted, I suppose, are a bit more valuable than I realized.
Yeah.
And having this revelation at the same time as having been inadvertently party to the off-pissing of a god has not been pleasant.
That is
Do
fair.
you all live like this?
We've only been alive for about a few months.
Ignore him.
At the point.
We are very curious
Ignore him.
people. We are very curious people, and we have an intense desire to do good, even if it involves us in other people's lives.
No, I mean... Do you just live with the knowledge that death could come at any time? I always knew that, but I never understood it. I couldn't understand what it was like because I thought that it would be all right for me to die young, relatively
Yes,
speaking, at least.
It's all right for you to die young. Wait, no,
it's
sorry.
not, because
Okay.
I've already done that. Very
What I
young.
have, I'd say learned, but I guess experienced within the simulation. I cannot currently do air quotes as I am preventing Dai from floating into the abyss.
Oh,
Right,
wait,
let me
yeah, let me
change
stop
that.
that. No, wait, no, I can do it. I can do it. There we go.
Okay, good. What I have learned, it is, you could, yes, death could come at any moment. But that is what, I guess, you fear it, and it is an inevitability. Everyone will eventually die. Although I'm not entirely sure now, but,
It was so easy to accept it. It was
yes,
so
it's
easy.
I must admit, I don't think I understand it. But I do have the knowledge. I don't think I understand it.
Yes, from what I have experienced, or rather learned, it's that people are not scared of being dead. People are scared of the act of dying because they do not know what comes afterwards. Is it another life? Is it some other plane where you spend eternity in blissful state? Is it just you die and then that's it?
I mean,
Nothing.
you have more
It's just-
insight on the afterlife than us.
It is so. People are not scared of being dead. People are scared of dying because they're scared of the unknown, which is an entirely, incredibly valid feeling.
I understand that that is the case for most people, and that is the feeling that I dedicated myself to ameliorating as an executioner. I wanted the quick death. I don't know if I'm capable of one thing at a time. I think that I do primarily fear the being dead.
Should we be as fearful as you are now? Generally?
No, and I don't know how you aren't.
I
It's
think
Because I have
if
already died young twice. I
It
truly
runs in
don't-
the family. We,
Hanu I have already died young twice. It's losing its luster.
I think, in my opinion, if you live your life constantly in fear and not doing things because you are in that fear, are you even actually really living?
do not fear death, but do not seek it out either.
I think you are actually living, but it kind of sucks. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit of a pedant. Also, Hannah, you're a
can't-
hypocrite.
What do you mean?
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
You know what I mean.
That is kind of how the Percival way is. Do not fear death, but do not seek it out. If you must die, die a glorious death.
I never
She
thought I'd be on this side of a conversation.
Dive actually sits down as near to Eshi as she will permit and says,
if I'm going to be brutally honest with everyone, I don't care about dying as long as I get to be with you guys.
Perhaps returning to it as a biological process, at least in part, could help me. So I will look back to my past as an executioner. If death is inevitable for any of you, how would you prefer I assist you in that process?
On
Yes,
my feet with a weapon in hand.
I guess I
I can
want you
certainly
to.
accommodate that.
I guess I want you to prolong my life as long as possible.
Eshe nods. Hanu, dive.
I'm not thinking about it. If you plan for it, that is a confirmation that someday you will die.
Someday
good-
you will die.
Yeah, but that's not for a very, 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 very long time. And now that I have a new friend, I have let's just say we've spoken and he needs my help right now a bit. So I'm not dying anytime soon, and thus I'm not going to make a plan to. Because if you make a plan to die, then you're accepting that as a possibility.
Valid.
Can't agree with that.
No,
Can't
that's
disagree with that. I mean,
Fine.
everyone has their own way of coping with the inevitability.
If it is absolutely certain that you will die, there is no bones about it. Would you prefer if I let you linger as long as possible, or made it as quick and painless as I could?
Hmm.
Never mind, Hanu.
He's kind of sitting there. He has the fan in front of his face again, but his eyes are closed this time. He seems to be thinking. I am in one of three ways currently.
Oh, you pick one. Okay, that's good.
That's not what I mean. I have experienced death at young in the simulation where I was written to have died, but avoided becoming a statue and kept living, where I cheated death. Then there was the vision of being a pit fiend, a young one, who died in battle. Rather, Hanu thinks of how he wants to phrase what it was like to get an arrow through the eye. Painfully. And then there is what is now, which is the short existence before I am a tool. Well, I do not really know yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that either, because that's just not a possibility that's going to happen. Not for you, not for me. Not as long as we are here.
You resurrect me if I die.
If
Yeah.
we're capable of such, I will
Cool.
seek it out.
Thank you. Awesome.
If a machine breaks, it can be fixed.
Yep.
Thinking about
Unfortunately,
it in more mechanical terms has actually helped. This is a
Fortunately-
very different. Sorry.
Unfortunately, I'm the best doctor for all of you that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, it's fine. I'm sure you'll find a way.
I believe that this is a very different answer than I would have given in the past, but I am no longer Eshe Sun's blood. I am someone else. And as that someone else, I would prefer that my life be extended whenever possible.
I'll do my best.
Thank you.
If I can help it, I don't want any of you to die.
That is
Yes,
the most preferable outcome, at least in the short term.
Yep.
death is very much preferably avoided.
Yep. Anyway, shall we head to the big town to gather our supplies, earn some money? We probably need it to get, anywhere.
We should do that, yes. If
And-
we continue
Sounds good.
to stay
While
in
we
this...
do that, we can get a lay of the land.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Like, we need to think about orders and stuff.
I think God was going to say something.
Kanara. Oh, sorry.
I am God. A few things. One, this was a very emotional scene, and I want to make sure everyone out of character is good.
I'm
That's
doing
fine.
good. Everyone
good.
else?
Yeah.
Okay, Eli especially because I know you.
I can get pretty deep into character. I'm
yeah,
doing
but
good. Thank you very much for
also
checking.
Eshe was like deep in the fields there, so I wanted to make sure everything
Actually, it
was
was pretty deep.
Yeah. good. Yeah,
I
just wanna-
It
appreciate
is a
it.
difficult subject.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry
hey,
about
and-
Dive.
No, yeah,
It's
no,
okay,
it's a
Dive, it's
difficult
fun.
subject, and that's not it's tangentially related to the difficult questions of the rest of the campaign. So I just want to make sure everyone's cool.
And-
Secondly, oh, sorry, go ahead.
And Eshe is just experiencing a lot of feelings that, in this life at least, she never has.
Yeah.
Eshe's going through a lot.
Hanu
Yep.
continues to be a dick.
And I think Ive is bad at getting her actual point across, and she ends up sounding more like an arsehole than she actually is.
Yeah.
Eshe, I'm aware that Eshe wasn't being completely reasonable in this conversation.
No,
There
of course
were
not.
nuggets of reason in there,
Yes.
but
Real
not the
quick,
whole.
before we continue, because this is probably like this conversation is great to have, and I would love to have that. But the other thing was one that Hanu, you were beheaded.
Ah, I was beheaded. Yes,
Yeah.
right.
You
I
were
think
shot
he
with an arrow. You were
he
shot with an
remembers
arrow,
the arrow,
but
and
the
he
killing blow
remembers
was that you were
beheaded.
beheaded. Yeah.
Yeah.
And thirdly, because this was an emotional scene and we've been going for a little while, I think it's a good time to just take a few minutes, go get some water, use the restroom, take care of
Yeah.
yourselves.
I was
Everything's really good.
trying to ask if we could have a bit of a break.
Yep,
Yeah.
100%.
Great
And,
thinking.
and the people that just want to stick around or come in can continue to have that conversation. I just wanted to that conversation is a great thing to have while we're doing that.
Yeah,
So,
it was
Yeah.
very good.
yes.
Uh,
You
so
all,
great
you all are
scene.
great RPers, as
Yes.
always.
Same with you, Eli. Don't ever leave yourself out.
You
of that.
are.
Thank
So-
you.
All right, I'm gonna go get water.
Yes.
Eli, I definitely think this
Oh,
was
yeah?
a fun conversation to have because,
Very much
as
so.
Hanu mentioned, he has had 2 experiences of dying young, and he does not really care as much as you do.
Also, as
I-
Nina mentioned, Hanu is a hypocrite.
He is.
Because, yep.
Mhm.
I think Eshe picked up on that after Nina mentioned it, but has decided not to bring it up.
So what is he
Uh,
being a hypocrite about for Zero, who's
Oh,
dumb?
So he says that
He's-
the
Our lives in the past
simulation
don't matter, but
yeah the simulation is fake. It wasn't real. It didn't happen. And
Yet he keeps going back to
yet
it.
he keeps like being like, no, I experienced this. This has impacted me before, and it impacts my decisions now. And Nina's like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Hanu's wrong. Like, Hanu's
Yeah.
wrong. That's the thing.
No, Hanu's lying, and Nina's wrong.
Hanu is having a lot of difficult emotions because, as he says, we are currently in the maybe 3 or so months we have before he goes to being the town repair droid that doesn't have a personhood.
What?
that is something Eshe hasn't come to. That's something Eshe hasn't really grappled with.
That is
And
the
that
only
is-
thing Hanu has thought about.
What?
Yeah.
Hanu thinks he's just gonna stop being a person.
He's pretty sure that as
He'll-
soon as everybody in the ship gets out, he stops being Hanu and starts being repair drone.
At
Why?
least in other people's perception.
He has like 400 people who are going to have a station above him. He's like, yeah, we only have so long.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant,
And-
I will stop. I will cease to think, and I will just be a machine.
Since Eshe, in the life that she considers, air quotes, hers, in her life as Eshe Sun's-Blood and now Eshe, she has very consistently been respected and treated quite well, so that's not something she's put too much thought into, and that's part of why I feel like when that happens eventually, she's probably not going to react super well to it.
Nina hasn't considered it because she just wouldn't let that happen. She would just object. She would just fight it. Like, she's just like, no, that's not gonna happen because I'm not gonna let that happen.
Hanu
Why
might
would I
be
let
a
that happen?
Hanu might be a pessimist, guys.
Yeah.
Understandable.
He also
Notice.
so like he's being kind of hypocritical about the whole in the his
yeah.
simulated life having importance on him. My
Mhm.
kind of thought process there is it is impossible for it not to, even if he
no,
denies
of
that.
course yeah, even if he denies it, it still is important.
Yeah,
Like, even if it's fake,
But he is
as long as
hoping
you
that the
remember it,
simulation
it will have an influence, even if it's
Yeah.
small.
Also, the pit fiend thing is also rather important. In his brain, he's like, yeah, I've died more times than I can count. Don't really care.
Yeah.
It is so cool and exciting to me how just the recontextualization that Eshe died young has changed everything about her relationship to death, and that's so interesting.
Also,
So,
I will note, Eshe is just assuming that.
I mean, we know, she knows.
Eshe
I
has
mean-
a feeling. She doesn't have evidence.
She had visions.
Yeah, that's about. She has a feeling about those visions that was her, but she doesn't have evidence.
If Nina gets pedantic about that, in
Nina's not going
character,
to get pedantic because
Okay, good, because
because
Eshe might
because
fucking slap her.
Nina is like, no, everything you experience is real. In this kind of every version of you is real, and every version of you is important kind of
From
thing, and every experience you have is important kind of thing. But she does not know, and she trusts Eshe to know better than her if that was actually your past life.
From a meta perspective, I think that it's a pretty safe understanding. It's pretty safe to assume both in and out of character that Eshe's past life, she died young, because we've gotten some very evidence to suggest that.
I am not sure it's safe to assume, because I don't think Nina has experienced a past life in her vision.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
that's
you
fair,
experienced a life in your vision, but there's no reason to correlate that life with yourself currently.
Yeah, which
It's-
is why I'm thinking like this. But I think it's more interesting that Eshe thinks this is true,
Yeah.
and I think it's interesting that you, out of character, think this is true because it's a great theory. It's pretty damn likely.
Yeah, Hanu has the same thought of, I experienced the beheading, but at the same time, there's no reason to correlate this pit fiend with myself. I mean, I currently might be, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, for Eshe, it was never a question of whether or not she had a past life, so...
No, yeah, she had a past life.
So
and I
that's,
think it's more interesting if we just assume that this is Eshe's past life,
Yes.
I think the reason
even if
that
it turns out
Hanu-
not to be.
I think one of the reasons Hanu is being such a big dick to Eshe right now is he's like, I did my asshole thing where I told you your life was fake and it doesn't matter, and your response was to hold a funeral for yourself. And now you're not doing that? Why are you afraid now and not earlier?
Yeah. That's because she
out of
didn't take
character,
you
is the
seriously
difference
earlier.
clear?
Yes! Hanu's a
Okay.
dick.
Yeah.
Okay, because the circumstances feel extremely different to both me and Eshe.
Yeah,
Well,
but
al-
for Hanu,
Yeah.
Also,
he's like,
Eshe
I
felt at
expected
peace
more of
with
you.
that, right?
What was that, Ellen?
Also, Eshe felt at peace with that other funeral, but does not feel peace with this. And also, she didn't take Hannah
Exactly.
seriously back then.
Also,
I mean, she did genuinely give herself a funeral, and she wasn't
Yes.
just being an ass about it.
No.
Yeah, so right, like, the way I'm thinking it is Eshe was and is three people: the trial, Sun's Blood, and Current. She had the funeral for Sun's Blood, but she hasn't really got the catharsis of the trial yet.
And
didn't
she
feel
can't
at
have that
peace with the
catharsis
child.
yet because she doesn't understand it.
Yeah.
Also, I just
And-
wanted to say,
Mhm.
at some point, either Eshe or Hanu is going to make Dive cry, and I know exactly how it's going to happen, and I know exactly what the reaction is going to be.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
dear.
Not what like everyone else will do. I know exactly what Dive is going to do,
Makes
and
sense.
why it will
can,
make her cry.
I can almost check off the list of I have made Eshe yell at Hanu. Smiles.
Yeah, you kind of got that one off the list. It was a brief yelling, but I'm definitely portraying Eshe this episode as being right in the thick of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
And I hope it's not too different from how she normally is.
so I think the word, and I want to clarify that. I think I might be wrong. Hanu is being a contrarian.
Yeah.
Yes, that's definitely a good word for it. He's being he's playing devil's advocate.
That's. Oh, here's the thing. I was always doing that, even before I realized how funny it was.
He's having opposing opinions on purpose.
He was always playing devil's advocate, but before it became exactly clear how much of a devil he is. I also have come to love the look of him holding the phantom in front of his face like a geisha and just
That is
glowering
very
unfeelingly.
good.
Him holding the fan in front of his face like a gay.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, but also he's gay.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
I can't really speak on the whole previous life things. I just have previous generations.
Yeah.
To die, but she doesn't care what Hardy has said. She hasn't lived the previous life. It's just been one long life. One long life that's mostly sucked.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
It's
back.
funny
Bye.
that this is the
Same
best
for me.
gift to represent what he's doing.
Hey, honey.
Sorry,
I
I
was-
had to use the restroom.
You're good.
That
We were just
makes
talking about
sense.
how Hanu's a dick.
I'm gonna be right back.
Yep.
Yep.
Um,
And I was just being insecure and making sure that Eshe's stuff today didn't feel out of character, right?
Oh no! I felt perfectly in character.
I think
Awesome.
it feels out of character, but I think it feels out of character for Eshe, but I think it's a good thing that it feels out of character, because this is not normal for Eshe.
Right? Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah. Correct.
He's very
Correct.
emotional.
Out
I
of the
was gonna-
character
in
in the sense that she wouldn't do this, not out of character in the sense that she wouldn't normally do this.
Yes. And when I said out of character, I was going to clarify it with it feels not like what I would expect from Madame Guillotine or the person that you were.
Mhm.
But right now, everyone's still trying to come with terms of who they are.
Yep, exactly. And Madame Guillotine, Eshe Sunsblood, that person is, in a very real sense, dead.
Yep.
Funeral held
Um,
and everything.
So, did I portray heavy ADHD well?
Yes.
I don't have
As someone with
ADHD,
heavy
so I can't
ADHD.
say.
As someone who does have heavy ADHD, reading 3 books at once is a bit much. But
That's
everything
fair,
else,
But it was also the time, so I thought, make it a little.
The list
Little
of
much.
deviation where you're like, I need to do this, but to do this, I need to do that. But then do that.
I-
but
the-
do that.
Yes,
the
but also
visuals were
he's-
the visuals were a bit hit or miss, but the descriptions of what you were saying was perfect.
So yes, and it was heightened by him being the god of time, so it's kind of like
The
a
Yeah,
mix.
the reason the visuals were off was I needed to visually represent it, and it's not always easy to represent that with
Also,
a physical representation.
Also, I like how I created a solar system, a constellation rather.
Yes.
Also, Hatter, would I be able to determine which god he was talking about when he was like, "Yeah, my sister, the monkey who hit things"? I assume Hussein.
No, the monkey god, the god that is the monkey or the monkey people is
He said she.
Potentia.
I like her. I like that
Got
one.
a magic knowledge of prophecy.
As a magus,
Excellent.
I like this one.
Hey, the funny thing is, Dive probably won't like the Azaketsi card. Oh god.
Also, Hatter, the very
Yes.
fun thing of everyone look at Hanu. Right, he's playing Devil's Advocate. Right, he's playing Devil's Advocate.
Oh,
Um,
joke.
Also, Hanu's belief that the minute that everybody from the ship is woken up, he stops being allowed to be a person.
Yeah.
That's not an unjustifiable fear.
Mhm.
It's not a fear, it is simply something he's accepted. It's why he came up. He even mentioned it when he came up with the name Roots of Metal. So even
See,
after he
this
doesn't
is-
get to see you ever again, at least he'll remember the roots.
Oh.
See, this is where you get to the difference between realism and doomerism.
Smiles.
Accepting the reality that you will die one day is realism. You're a doomer. Hanu's a doomer.
And it was a doomer.
Well, that brings me back to what I was saying before. What order are we going to do these things in? Because in my opinion, if we wait for the people to come out and do Canaris' thing first, then that means that it's more time we get to spend together, not in the hand of him on the ship.
It's
No, I
going
had
to
to-
take months to get people off the ship already.
Yeah.
So doing Canaris' thing will be just beneficial. Because here's the thing. If we go to the town, we're going to need to get supplies, which will allow us to update the quest log with more things, so we can get prestige and money, so that we can get land to get people.
The end goal is the town, but we need to get there first.
Mm-hmm.
And to get there, we need to be able to buy the land, and to buy the land, we need prestige and money, and to do so, we need to perform quests.
This is assuming that they have private property, but given how similar our worlds have been already, it's not a bad assumption. That's my entire point. We will walk around, we will speak to people, we will come to better understand this place.
Need to integrate ourselves.
Exactly. I am not letting us. Okay, Hastur notwithstanding, I'm not letting us become or introduce invasive species here.
Agreed.
Yeah, I hope Hester is not causing trouble.
I
Well,
hope
if
that's the
he
case
is-
as well.
We will receive word about it, sure.
We will.
If Hasler is
Also-
causing trouble, I have a stick to shove down his throat.
And I appreciate that.
Also, I wanted to ask, but you sort of like left before I went. Do you think there's a way that we can like a machine we can build to like keep in contact with Canaris?
No.
I don't feel like he would want that.
Why not? Get updates on us and like where we are in the quest. It's like, hey,
I don't think.
Canaris, we've gotten the first of the things. You know?
I can't
She-
imagine.
Her face is riddled
he-
with ulterior motive.
If it
I
were
don't
possible-
think you're going to be able to pull an angel with this dive.
Maybe. Either way,
Don't misunderstand me. I don't believe that his behavior is healthy, and I don't like it. If there is a way to convince him to do something else, then I am, at least theoretically, amenable to doing that. But ultimately, even if he weren't a god, which he is, I cannot stress that enough, he is. It is his body, his mind, and his prerogative to do with them what he pleases, even if it is self-destructive.
Do I like that he is doing it? No. Do I agree with it? Also, no. Do I accept that
doesn't
it
like
is his choice and therefore I have no say in it? Yes.
He doesn't like
Precisely.
it either, you know.
I
He
don't
doesn't
imagine
want to
that.
do that.
Yes,
He's
but
forced
as
to
it
because of everything that he's experienced and dealing with.
let
Has
me
come with the
rephrase that.
territory of being the god of time.
He has chosen that as the lesser of two evils, and that is a choice that is his to make. If we can grant him a better path, or if there is a method with which to change his mind, then I am open to those, particularly
is
the
why-
former.
And that is why I think we should try and find a way to make a potion that, like, makes him keep his sense of self.
I'm not ruling that out, but I also think we should do his errands.
Yeah, yeah. And I asked him to do that as well. Just try and find a way to make the potion like thing, and hopefully maybe he'll listen
Find his
and
plants, and if we find a way to do it differently on the way, all the better.
Exactamundo.
For now, though, let us embark.
Yes, let's.
Is God back?
Thank you
No,
all.
Or is
I've
Ellen
been
back?
Adder's. Oh. Thank you
Ellen
all
is not
very
back.
much for all of your help. I am going to be muted for a little while, but feel free to go on without me if Ellen comes back before I'm back.
Mhm.
That's what I'm here for. I am a hero of the people, and you are of the people.
We are people.
Yes. No matter what people say about it.
But this was less a heroic thing and more of a personal, I'm worried about you as a friend rather than as the vaulted hero of legend.
Mhm.
Either way, it means a great deal to me.
So, Percy, did you just accept the god going do this thing or die? I suppose the or die part would make sense.
If this all works out, this will be quite the tale to tell.
Fair enough.
I still need to cement my place in the Percival history books.
Yeah, exactly. New worlds, new stories to tell. You got to make some adventures so people can pass on your legacy.
Hmm.
You know, maybe
I
we'll get
need my
lucky
own
and we'll just
story,
meet more
my
gods.
own legend to pass on to Percival the Fifth.
Yeah, honestly, I think that we want to try and avoid meeting other gods. They seem like kind of assholes. Canaris doesn't like them. And I trust Canaris.
I'll admit,
I mean, I kind of want to meet the sister he talked about who was Monkey Who Hit thing.
Looking through the book, some seem okay. Except this one, though. I don't like this one.
I mean, I suppose we just have to wait till we learn which of them is Spava.
You still think one of them is Spava?
No, I guess it's none of them. Or it's either none of them or it's all of them.
I mean, it could be the 13th one we don't know about.
Yes, this mysterious 13th guy.
Watch when you pull the ultimate twist, and Swava has nothing to fucking do with this planet, and you're just dragging this unrelated god to deal to this place and has to fucking deal
God.
with it.
Imagine that. Fucking hell.
Spava was never real to begin with.
Oh Jesus! It was all a
Spava
lie.
just-
Galarian's
virus.
fine.
Yeah, it was all a lie to explain why why you're going in space. This is all secretly a cult who believed the planet was going to be destroyed.
And it's fine.
Okay, also, I will just say again, when the humans wake up, we don't have to listen to them and follow their orders. In fact, we are probably more powerful than they are.
Yeah, but it's our job.
Still
So
gonna help.
Who
Still
gives a
gonna
shit?
help them, but at the same time, if they're like, "You
ain't gonna
do
help 'em
this
if they're gonna
now," it's like, no.
If they're gonna treat us like shit and not like humans, like not like people, and they're gonna tell us to do shit, then I'm just not gonna listen to them. I don't care if it's my job. I have a job. I'm doing my job right now. I'm scouting the area. We're exploring this planet.
Oh, you do have something else you need to do, speaking about the ship.
Oh yeah, we should probably call Angel.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Did we leave the
Yeah.
transmitter up the mountain?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like 10 bulk otherwise.
Ah, shit.
You also have to return the translator thing so that Angel knows this world's common.
Oh yeah. I guess we could do that first before anything else. Also, before he would have left, Dive would have said to Kamaris, "Oh hey, and don't go taking the potion just yet. If we do come back and make it, you still got a question you gotta ask me."
That is the deal.
Dive says to the side while we are all yelling at each other, or while Eshe's yelling at everyone.
But yeah, I think first point of order, we go drop everything off back at the ship.
Right. Start. So the going to the ship is like an 8-hour trip. Oh, like 6 to 8 hours. So you can go ahead and start doing it. It's
We've
like
got
it is
all
still like
these-
you've just woken up.
We've got the machinery, we've got the translator, we've got all of these books and lore and guides that we were given from the bookstore.
Truly wish I finished my motorbike.
Sorry. So, as you begin traveling towards, sorry. As you begin traveling through the woods and up the mountain path, you start. Your detective isn't here. So eventually, you just kind of arrive at the drop zone.
Mm-hmm.
We arrive, we drop off the thing, we let Angel know we pissed off God.
We can probably leave
We
that
befriended
part out.
God.
We
We did
pissed off
both,
God.
technically.
He got better.
We made friends with a pissed off god that we also technically pissed off in the first place.
For a given value of friends, and I
We
am
have
present.
made acquaintances with a pissed off god.
Yay.
As you arrive,
Yeah,
you
that's
notice. Why would you say that?
Huh? Because of course there is.
There's a what now?
Because I scouted ahead. There's people here.
You don't see any people.
I may not see people. That doesn't
Oh,
mean
that
people-
reminds me. Ashley is not able to take exploration activities today. It's not a big
Ah.
deal,
She's
but I just
exhausted,
want
right,
that.
okay.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Um,
Like,
Oh, that
time to go
also
put the
makes
thingy
that-
back in the thingy.
That also that also makes her snapping even more relevant because she's
Yep.
sleepy as well.
She didn't sleep. Or, automaton sleep.
I mean, Hanu did poke at her about that. Like, for someone who cares so much, you don't seem to care.
You little fucking monkey.
so
Hanu's a dick.
I see Hano, you moving close to the ship.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta go put the thingy back in the thingy.
Yeah, you gotta go put the thingy back in the thingy. Why is the door open?
Hanu's fan is out. Shing.
Just snaps his finger. Hammer.
Hanu and proceed
Actually-
begin approaching with lethal intent.
Eshe runs forward, then hesitates for a moment, then keeps moving forward, but not at as fast a pace, and notably does not approach as
Wrong one.
close as the boys do.
Hello.
I'm going to avoid notice. I'm going to try and enter this combat in stealth.
Combat.
Eshe
Why'd you
will.
say that?
Eshe will, however, her hand slips into the folds of her dress, and then it slips back out, holding her membele.
Just gonna openly. I know Hanu's trying to stealth, but I'm just gonna openly address anyone who's there.
There's no response.
Question: did we leave the door open?
No.
No,
Very
you
much did
explicitly
not.
closed it.
Slowly approach the door.
As
Hanu
you
will be
approach-
sneaky behind rocks for flanking.
How you definitely notice. First of all, because you're getting closer, you notice eventually as well. There are panels missing on your ship, on your drop
Took
pod.
shit from my ship.
As there's this like weird like stabilizing fin thing here. It's not here on the other side where there should be.
I'm gonna kill him.
We seem to have been targeted by some local scrappers.
God.
I guess Canoris' boon would be pretty useful right now, huh?
We're not killing the locals. I'm just gonna poke my head inside to make sure the device is still there.
Who needs that when you got me?
Oh my fucking god, it better be there.
You look inside the pod. Several of the seats have been removed, and the transmitter is missing.
No. It's just poke its head in, like look around. Okay, more bad news. The transporter's missing.
Okay, I'll find
Welcome
them.
to what was meant to be the first quest line of the campaign.
Time God can wait.
We have a more urgent quest. The transponder's missing.
I designate this as my lead.
At the very least, we can know that whoever took the transponder specifically, it must have had a good method of carrying items of a large bulk.
Yes.
We were gone for an entire night, so unless it was sent, they had time to get away. But if they did, they would have left tracks.
Mm-mm.
Nina, this is where you and I have come in.
No, wait, not if it was raining last night.
Oh, you have fucking weather!
So
Mhm.
you can still track in rain. In fact, arguably it could be easier.
Wait, yeah, the
Prince
wet-
could be easier. but it also depends on the rain. It could have also been washed away. So it's a mixed bag.
It's survival time.
It's survival time.
Well, at first it's perception time.
Oh, is it? I thought it was just survival.
No, it's perception time now.
Okay, perception
Because
then.
I'm
It's
looking
also
for
that's odd
clues.
time.
Yes, so I
And
was gonna
anything
say,
obvious is not included in this.
so the original "Hey, that's odd" was going to be that, the path
door's
is
open?
different. Well, originally that the path, like before you even got to this map, was like this path seems to have been trapped,
Okay.
which was leading to hey, there's shit going on.
Nina's gonna go inside, and then that's odd. She's gonna investigate.
You find roll me perception.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hanu has an idea.
Okay, yes.
Out of
I'm not
Nina
ready.
and Dive, who has the best survival?
I have +7.
I have a +7 if I'm investigating.
Okay.
Which you are, so
I'm
they're
going.
both 7.
Hanu is going to reach into his bag, and he's
So,
going to pull
actually-
out.
I could give Dive a +8.
Yeah.
No,
Mm-hmm.
Hanu is going to reach into his bag and pull out the skull of DW. If we need to track something, we have the perfect thing for it. That's DW's job, is track things.
yeah, but that doesn't do anything right now.
You don't know that.
Okay. Go for it.
Hanu will make sure that Dive is holding DW's skull because track wolf go track mode.
Yeah.
Because from what I remember, the thing that this magic item specifically does is help you track.
Hey, Hannah, do I need to re-roll that?
Hold on.
What did you roll?
I rolled
You
survival.
don't know.
Ah. Well, first Nina's gonna try and pick up clues from the crimes.
Sorry. Yes. So perception first, and then dive survival. With that perception check, you find that there are like muddy prints within the capsule around the edges. They look like heavy boots of some kind or another. There's several in here. There's at least three different kinds, 3 different sizes. And looking outside, it's hard to tell between the rain, because this is rocky terrain more than dirt. So
Yeah.
what dirt there is has kind of been washed away.
Yeah.
There are like rudimentary, like, okay, they spent a lot of time on the ship and then went down the path again. Beyond that, it's kind of hard to tell. Is there any? Let
Any
me
like
think of.
handprints, anything like that?
No, not really.
I don't have
Oh!
a. Ooh,
You-
actually, do I have? No, I don't have powder.
You do
Oh.
find.
I have
You
black
do
powder.
You do find in the cabin, kind of like actually like tucked away so that it's you'd have to go into the pod to see it, but in such a way that it would be relatively easy to notice, is a sprig of mistletoe.
A what?
A sprig of mistletoe.
Sprig of mistletoe.
That strikes me as potentially druid shit.
So either they were druids or they went through mistletoe.
And I one for certain. They hella bitches.
So Nina is going to note the exact size and pattern of the boot prints and the weight with which those boot prints were made.
Mhm.
And she's gonna try and figure out, were these large creatures? What kind of like build and shoe size would they
From general size, they were medium creatures.
be? Uh-huh.
Beyond that, though, the ones in the cabin are a little hard to do
Hmm.
because it's a weird space, so you're moving around oddly. It's a weird space that's on its... So it's like people putting the boots in positions to stabilize themselves, and their weight distribution is not normal.
Yeah.
Outside, again, there's...
It's too rocky.
It's too rocky. There's not enough around,
Okay.
and it just feels like there's too much interference outside to get a good representation of what was out here.
Okay. Any smells?
Ooh.
you
No.
have scent?
If there were any smells in the way.
I do not have scent. Does someone else have scent?
Nope.
No, that's Pontus. Never mind.
Nope. Yeah,
Nope.
Eshe do not have scent. Eshe is not a mutant freak like Pontus.
I think that was an option I could have taken a
So-
feat for, but I didn't.
So the scents have been washed away by the rain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's strong sense. Not even their sense in particular, but any strong sense. Like maybe if they had like built a fire while they was out here, or if like one of them was like smoking cigars like a fucking steam pipe, maybe you would have noticed that. But if there was anything out here, it would have been washed away by them.
Okay.
They left our fucking door open when it was raining.
Yo, yeah, there's a puddle of water.
Hanu's so
Nina
mad right
takes-
now.
Nina takes like a cup and puts the rain outside.
You can
Okay,
do
you
that.
can close it.
I'm gonna kill them.
Okay, Nina closes the door. Okay. Oh, Dive, you're already on the tracks. Good job.
Yes,
oh no, I just
dive.
haven't moved. Oh, there you go.
No, dive. You using your survival skills. You kind of, especially here in this like narrow pass, unless they were climbing up and down, you can see, though you can't make out any like distinct footsteps. You can tell that there is tracks coming through this area and heading off the map.
I'm gonna clue in Dive and give her a +1 circumstance bonus. I think. Double check.
Also, is it at the time of the session for everyone else to get a hero point as well?
Yeah, everyone else can get a hero point.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
Dive, because you already had one, right? Or is those guys Dive get one as well?
You know what? Including dive. Dive, you
Woo!
did something. You did something that was I should have expected from you, but you.
I mean, I think Dive already got a hero point for talking to God.
Yeah, talking for God, but then enough time has passed that I feel like everyone should get one.
Oh, an ally is casting? Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Oh boy.
Oh man! Hey, Percy, do you want to trade warning signs?
Yeah, sure.
We trade warning signs.
Fun and shoot. Can you do that?
I am finding it hard to stay awake. So obviously, I'm going to fill my body with caffeine. I'll be right back. I'm going to make a coffee.
Whoa, hold on, wait. Did you leave yet?
No.
Okay, so we can like do like 5 or 10 more minutes and then call it. It's a little early, but I think it'd be fine.
No, I'm fine to keep going. I was just saying I was like getting a little bit tired, so that's why I'm making myself coffee. If
Okay,
if
I
it's
just-
high-
I just didn't want you to like fill up with coffee and be like, "Yep, game's over in an hour," and you're still like wired.
So what we could do,
If you have
Is-
a random encounter,
we could always make it to the next scene and then end as the scene is as like
Make it to town.
make
I
it to where the
assume down to
people we
town.
need to kill are.
Or at least take the first steps in that type of direction.
Mm.
I'm
And then
good
we
for
can
going
end after
for
that.
that.
So
I
I
would
would
say
be
today,
too, but also I have work tomorrow, so I wouldn't be opposed.
Oh.
True.
I do not have work tomorrow, so I'm fine to go however long.
don't know.
I think it would be fine to like get us to the point where you can see what the next area is, and then we can like
Uh-huh.
maybe call it there. because that's going to be like another 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, I
And
think
that'll
that should
put
be
us. Yeah, that'll put us only like 30 minutes behind where we would normally end anyway. So, if that's okay with everyone,
I'm okay with that.
It is.
cool. That being said, that's why I wanted to stop you, Mooney, just in case, like, you know, didn't want the game to end a little early and still be like, it's still on
Yes.
caffeine. I'm not gonna stop you from getting caffeine if you want, if it's for something else beyond the game. If it's just for the game, you don't need to. You continued. You start following it down the mountain, and sorry.
What- Am I allowed to know what I rolled for the survival?
You rolled a dirty 20.
Nice.
In fact,
Do-
both of you rolled dirty 20s.
Does
Does that
DW
make it
help?
So no, because I think he has to be like plugged into something.
Fair enough. Well, I theoretically could plug him into something.
Wait, what were we asking? Zero?
The skull of DW. The thing who's really good at tracking stuff.
I think it has to be plugged into a ship.
Well, theoretically I could plug it into a ship, but the ship wouldn't move.
No,
Personally, don't feel like trying to plug myself in.
no. I think
Yeah.
do it as a way out.
I'm not particularly useful here. I could try and commune with DW.
I don't know if that's how that works.
I don't know either, but Ashe shrugs. I
So,
suppose I was
blank
never
for a
much.
second there. What was that about plugging me in?
If you would like to roll esoterica,
Sure.
yeah.
Ashe says, I'm afraid that, I was never on the, prosecutory side of the law. I was more about punitive matters.
What do you-
Investigation was never my forte, but let's see if I can get a little help for us. Eshe is going to roll esoteric lore to try and see if she can get some use out of DW.
Can't you only roll that on creatures?
Yeah, you can
I
only
don't
roll-
think so.
You can only roll
Oh.
esoterica on creatures, haunts, or things like that. Esoterica is pretty specific.
Yeah.
There's a
Yes,
feat that lets you roll esoterica for everything.
Alright. Well, I don't.
Okay,
As-
yeah.
As much as I would like, people to be able to like participate.
No, it's
Dive
completely
did-
okay for Eshe to just not quite know what she's doing here.
Yeah. Well, Dive did succeed. So.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So because they weren't trying to be particularly
They
sneaky.
didn't know
They-
we'd come back.
no, they didn't know.
It's fast.
And they have reason to believe that even if you're fine, what this was like fighting, trying to search through the weather. And you lose the tracks a little bit throughout your like followings because this is rocky terrain, and in certain slopes the rain really does wash away any tracks, but you're able to like, where would you go from this angle if you're trying to get down, and you head that way, and then you find more pathway and more tracks, and eventually it does lead down the mountain and into the forest. Not towards Barkstone or Copperleaf, kind of more into the forested area beyond the two, along the mountain edge, and you continue to follow it for a little while, and it took about 8 hours to get up here, and so it takes about a couple hours to come down. So it's not nighttime; it's about middle of the day by the time you finally find it, and you, amongst the trees, you see a wooden wall.
Okay.
Among Us. No, a wooden wall. that seems to have been erected within the forest. It appears to be probably 20 or 30 feet tall. You haven't like super but it does appear to be like circling a particular area. You arrive probably a little bit to the west of it, maybe a little west southwest to it. Let me see. Oh, actually, my bad. I have described this a little poorly because I thought you were coming up from the north. You would be coming from the south.
It's all right, dear.
Wood?
Yeah. So you come. You're like going through the woods, right? And eventually, there's a line in the woods that stops, and there's a field before you of corn. And then you can see off, and the tracks go into the field of corn. And they head towards what you can see to be a 20, maybe 30-foot tall wooden wall that kind of just cuts through this cornfield. And you can actually see the top of what appears to be some kind of thatch roofing poking up just beyond the wall, like just above the wall, from your angle. And this wall seems to encompass a decent amount of space around it. I'll go ahead and move all of you into a position. So I was going to ask if you want to like circle around, but
Actually,
Eshe can't
all right.
even stealth.
I mean, she can't. You're correct about that. Which is part of why, while they're still relatively far away, Eshe will say, Dive, would you like me to toss you into the air so you get a bird's eye view? Bat's eye view, rather.
Oh, yeah.
I will be using the avoid notice exploration activity still.
Yeah. So you're not like here on the map, but I need the map's pretty like the wall of this place is like really close to the edge.
I get you.
I apparently am not trained in stealth.
I am. Can't be trained in everything. Not yet.
So basically only Hanu stealth. Cool.
Wow,
yeah.
this is...
Eshe is going to toss Dive up into the air. So
This
she
map
can
is
get a look.
huge.
Yeah, and unfortunately, hold on. Let me try and fix this. Is there a way to revert your like eye line in a map?
We haven't seen shit yet.
Can you not see past the wall here?
We cannot.
Hang on, let me...
I see the wall.
I'm not seeing
I don't see
anything, at
past the
least.
wall.
Oh, okay.
can
So it's
see the
only
wall.
on my screen. All right. So I accidentally moved you past the
Here
open
we
gate
are.
at the north, and so you could see into it.
No.
Ah, I see. All right.
We
Okay,
weren't
it's all
on the
fine.
thing yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Cool. Good to know. Thank you. Yeah. Dive. You're being thrown up into the air.
Mm-hmm.
How close are you to the wall?
Eshe would have, I think at least like, 10, maybe 15 feet away. Because Eshe knows that once she starts walking up, any idea of team stealth is out the window.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna follow the expert on Hanu.
I am not an
That's a
expert
good idea.
itself.
Is Hanu expert?
No.
Stealth? Fuck. Well, I can't do that.
Sorry, would love to do that, but that is not a thing I have.
Okay.
We suck at stealth.
Yep.
I guess I'll just...
The stealthy ones can be stealthy, and the loud ones will be loud.
Guess I'll just be loud.
Mm-hmm. But first things first, we're gonna get a bat's eye view. So we're a decent ways away, but hopefully nobody will notice.
Yeah. Hopefully. Hold on. I'm trying to move people to not be on the grid, but I don't think I can. So I'm just gonna have
It's
to.
okay, hon.
So you start to get thrown up. How far away are you from the wall again? Sorry.
10 or 15 feet.
Okay.
So
Okay.
2 or
Okay.
3 squares.
Yeah, not bad. All right, so you kind of throw dive up, and you throw dive up, and dive. You see, actually, funnily enough, I think you would see. Actually, roll me strength,
Athletics.
athletics. Yes, and
Excellent.
is there anything you can roll to help? Dive.
I'm light as a feather.
Athletics, acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Well, acrobatics.
I think you're fine.
I am considered a one size lighter when it comes to being like grabbed and thrown.
Yeah. All right.
Three bulk.
Roll me acrobatics.
So, if it helps, I could always climb a tree and be stealthy in the
That
treetops.
is also a good idea.
There are trees along the path.
Are you
Along the.
immune to 4 damage dive?
No. I don't
Okay.
think so.
Eshe will be able to catch her, though.
Yeah. A few things. One, as you are close enough to this wall to see, it does look like someone has dug a small trench into the middle of this field and then put the wall in that. Like, this wall is not a thing that this field. Like, this wall has been put through this field.
So it's not just a toss it up, shit it out wall.
Yeah. Someone has gone out of their way to put it up here and has completely like disregarded a farmer's field here. Dive. You get thrown up into the air. I'm going to move you so you have a good bird's eye view of what's going on. But be aware of that. But you're still like on the other side of the wall.
Where's our shit? There they are. They've deconstructed it. No, never mind. Those are fucking clothes. I'm just blind.
Looking.
I was about to be infuriated.
Yeah, in the brief time that you have looking around, you don't see the device. But there's like you can't technically see past this hut either, and seeing into this pit is kind of difficult. So you're not sure. It might be in the hut, but I'm going to go ahead and move you back. As you drift back down to the ground and get caught safely.
Okay. Hanu, I assume Dive is going to tell us what she saw. Hanu is going to go climb a tree and have a sneaky bird's eye view as well.
Alright. Roll me athletics.
Yep. Fun fact, due to having climbing tail, I was moved already.
Yep.
I have a +2 to this.
Yeah, that's fine. You see this. Again, you don't see everything. The edges and whatnot that are great. But you see a lot of tents and a lot of people.
Hanu is marking heads he wants to cut off.
There's a lot of people. There's 8, probably close to 20 people here.
They are lucky that Produce Flame does not ignite things. Because that sure is a thatch roof that would be lovely if it were on fire.
Yeah. And with that... Yeah, there's a front door. And with that, seeing the bandits' camp, having overtaken a farmer's hut, I think that's where we'll end the session. As you make plans to get your shit back.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for playing with me. Thank you, Hatter, for GMing, and thank you, Zero, for streaming. You are all fantastic to play with, as always.
You are as well.
Man, I'm so glad we got those hero points we weren't going to use.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's our fault.
Hey, it's okay.
there wasn't a sane amount of rolling happening anyway.
You can,
Yeah,
you
it's-
can- yeah.
Honestly, I don't think even using a hero point would be like my athletics was already good to climb a tree.
Yeah, it was fine. Climbing a tree is not super difficult.
It's I would argue
Especially if
maybe
you take your time.
trained, and that's like a DC 15, so like that was fine.
Yeah, you passed. Yeah, you
Yeah.
passed. So, thank you all so much for playing with me. It has been a wonderful time. Thank you all for doing that. I really enjoy this game.
So good.
And I love the philosophical questionings and wonderings about, everything that's going on, because, this is a game that really makes you have to answer questions, and like both you and your character. So, thank you for playing with me today. And thank you, Smart Zero, for streaming as always.
Yeah, thanks, Marty. No,
I don't know why I do that. Sometimes I
We all
say
do
smart. Yeah. But thank you, Zero. You are an amazing chat rat, and without you, this game would not be live to the masses. So thank you so much.
Very much so.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I'm
think-
kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of important. And thank you all.
I'm kind
Very
of a big deal on the
Wukong.
internet.
Wukong vibes there.
Yeah. But thank you all so much for joining us today. It's been a long time. All the new faces, all the old faces, all the friends, and all the strangers that yet to become our friends. Thank you so much, and those in the future with the time machines. Thank you as well. And until next time. God, I can say that so fast now. Don't forget to spread the weird. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Right.